turn on the recording. This one.
It's the biggest pain in the ass as a
I know, right? It drives me freaking crazy.
I'm about to fucking buy a third monitor.
That'd be nice.
Seiko uses 3 fucking monitors.
It helps them so much, man. I have all my streaming stuff in one. I have my game on the other. And
Okay, OBS, could you not be a fucking pain in the ass? What game is this one? Oh, this is the other one. Funny story. Okay, there we go. Alright, this one is the right one. We get the early award right here. We don't know they're there. I'm going to switch to our vision. We see them immediately. It's a little slow on the Twitch, but you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. We burn our flash. Weird invade, we knew all 5 were there. In this sort of situation, usually I recommend having the mid laner, because he's closest to the blue buff, just walk up there and get a ward back here or back here, or just over the wall. That way we know if he either retreats back towards his blue and does a weird start, which happens sometimes, or if he's going to go to his red afterwards, we know he's not at his blue. So usually if they do a weird invade like this, where they just all 5 come straight through mid lane, wrap around into this bush, and then come this way, usually mid should just go over here and ward this, if we see all 5 of them. Alright. The fuck am I listening to? I don't want to tab out, because then you guys will see my playlist. I'll feel bad.
Village people.
Alright. This is a fine allow I set. If you see all 5 of them there, you can also walk up and do this, and I just pop your ward right here, and Victor can pop his ward back here, but we really only need one. Holy shit, I haven't heard this song in so long. Okay. Dervin's starting blue, which is fine. Braum has a good leash, except except this time. Okay, late Victor ward, but that's fine. Excellent Braum mechanics. Get yourself a medal. That was top notch. Holy shit, Faker. Play of the day goes to Seiko.
Sad ending. To be honest.
That was the game breaker right there. Alright, on to game 2. Alright, Victor, you're trading really aggressively. That's fine. You have fleet footwork, so you get decent healing actually. Like, it's not a lot, but it helps. See, right here, you're level 2. It's okay to just move up and just E him one time. Like, he's not going to be able to do anything about it. You have the minion shove. Yeah. You can just smack him around. Like, Gragas can gank you, but at this point, like, Vigor's not going to be able to kill you, really. Okay, so the idea behind this build is a lot of Victor 1 tricks are doing it right now, especially in solo queue. You take fleet footwork, presence of mind, the tenacity one, and coup de grace, and you pair it with the sorcery tree, and you take either transcendence and gathering storm, or scorch and celerity. And the idea behind the build is you finish your hex core as quickly as possible, obviously, like every Victor build ever. And then you get Abyssal Mask and Iceborne Gauntlet. And then you become unkillable, you're kiting fast as hell, and the minute you get a kill, yes, you're still Victor, you still have a hex core, you still have like 200 AP, like, you'll be fine. You'll still do damage. So you become super tanky, you're hard to kill, and it gives you a huge lane presence and a very powerful mid game.
What's up? The mid has arrived.
Yeehaw. But it also feels very good because you get a crap ton of movement speed. Jarvan invades right here to go take this blue. And I know Derek knows that Gragas won't be here, but you know, I'd prefer 100% make sure before you just, yeah. It worked, but Beaker went missing. We didn't ping MIA. I know you said it, but please just get used to pinging. It'll help you out in solo queue later. I can tell you in the VoD review that, you know, oh, we knew he wasn't there. Rather than having to go through Seiko's stream and listen to comms.
Derek. I like that Derek held the scuttle crab with the flag in his body against the wall there.
Alright, bot lane right here, you guys are getting shoved in, but you're holding a wave outside of tower range, which is the right move. Because you want to make it so the wave kind of chills like right here. Because the further away Leona gets from tower, the less like playmaking ability she gets until she gets like about level 6. Alright. So you know Tristana's going to be shoving you. One of the things that I wanted to go over with you guys that I can't remember if we get to have an example of this game, I'm pretty sure we do, is how to do a gank.
Yeah, prepping for a gank.
I'm not going to even go over that because you were shoved super far and we had a ward and we knew Gragas was coming top and you just didn't respond to the minimap vision that you had.
Tristana's actively
but right here, okay, you see they have a minion wave. Our minion wave is coming in. You guys will have the mid lane very often be coming down with the jungler right here and they'll be by Dragon Pit. And you'll have this huge wave. The thing you have to do is you have to reset that wave, otherwise they'll just wail on you and you won't be able to do anything when the mid lane and jungler finally show up. And that happens like almost every game that we decide we're going to come help you guys. So one of the biggest things is if you get a situation like this, you are not going to outpush a Tristana, but you have to try. So toss your W out, auto attack some casters, hit your E, like just make sure that when they get down here, you can fight them. Yeah, because each 3 of these casters at this level, at level 3, do the same amount of damage as a champion. Like that's the same as if Tristana puts her bomb on you and just starts wailing on you. These 3 casters do that much damage. Like they ain't punks. You can't just let them do that. So you'll see later. Like I'll be able to give you like an actual example. But I have Aurelion Soul flashbacks. Alright, here's the TP. You're back in lane. And all you have to do is just sit here, farm, and just wait. Like you're not gonna do much other than just let the wave shove into you. You don't have to be queuing like this. You can just be last hitting and then bringing the wave back to you. You don't have to be hard shoving all the time.
If you keep a wave, so there's like a halfway point in every lane. So if you put a line straight through from river all the way to that middle bush, that's kind of like your middle zero out. If he has that many minions pushing towards you, you really want to just last hit it and then freeze it before minions are right outside your turret or something in. You can basically infinitely move from there, and it makes it impossible to win the game. But if your objective is to make the jungler gank you alleviate pressure from the other lanes, go for it, push. If you think you can do one or survive or escape. But if you're trying to just outfarm a dude and zone him out, because I'm pretty sure Alawi can just demolish 1v1 this early.
Yes.
You want to just keep it outside the turret.
Okay.
Like if Ornn comes at you, you will kill him. Because if you land the E, you will especially just beat the hell out of him. Because he gets the shield, but the proc from your E does more than his shields for. Especially after you get like a phage.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I get the idea of
Here we go.
pushing into the turret, because Ornn can't see us number 1 in turret because he doesn't have abilities. But if you keep it under your turret, it has the same effect, and you could potentially make a boost the XP as well.
Okay.
Okay. So right here, we ping that this is warded. So that tells me that he said he was coming bot lane. And so now I know our jungler told you guys that he's coming bot. You see this wave, you guys are really far back, and you know your jungler's coming to help you. So what you do right here, since they have 4 casters, a cannon, and 2 melees, and they have the lane advantage here because you guys only have 4 minions, is you need to toss your W out and you guys just need to like get ready to start going hard. Or at least like let your poison stack up on these minions so you can just E and kill them right away the second Jarvan like is able to do stuff. Because the goal is like force a summoner. Doesn't matter if it's exhaust, heal, flash, whatever, just something. So right here, you guys are sitting back. Jarvan's almost there. Braum goes in. He lands the Q. Now you guys turn on Leona. You force the flash. That's good. Just leave. That's perfect. You took some extra minion damage, but essentially that worked out just fine. You burned a Leona flash, and you're going to be able to get a kill on Leona the next time you guys come down. Alright, there's Gragas. Leona lands the E, and you guys get super chunked out. And they have a huge minion wave.
Which game are we on?
Game 1.
Game 1.
Yes.
You didn't miss anything. Alright. There's Victor, he's coming down, and then I remember you guys said, Victor, come over here, we can totally do this. And Victor's like, yeah, free kills, yeah, I love League of Legends.
Equal Leona Q to the face.
And there's the, yep, and then boom, Victor gets the first kill. Well, second one, because he solo killed lane.
You know, because I'm great and all.
Yeah, okay, Faker.
That's like, forgetting.
Double lift of mid lane, God bless. Alright, the next one, Alawi does something, so we're gonna heads up and just check out over here, see what happens. Alright, you're level 6, he's level 7, but you're gonna be able to get these minions, so you will hit level 7 in time. Let's see how you play this out. Alright, you let him kill your tentacle, you just W him, he's able to stun you, he Ws you, you E him, he ultis you, and then you ulti, you get a Q heal, you get a W heal, and you just kill his ass. So, as you can see, Alawi wins this matchup.
Alawi's all in looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like, just in general, Ornn should never be able to kill you in lane without, like, super help. So, just in general, if you just wait it out long enough, you'll get a CS lead, you'll get a kill lead, you'll get an item lead, and then you can just run it down. So that's the whole idea behind this lane, is you try to let it shove into you, you just last it because he'll do it automatically with his W or his Q, like he will shove it into you, and then you just hold it right here as long as you can, and then once you can't anymore, you push it as hard as you can and draw as much lane pressure.
You're talking to me, I thought you said...
We're talking about
No,
Stargazer.
talking, yeah. But I like to think of a lane as kind of like those little toys that have the, ooh, down here, something's about to happen, I think. Yeah, Twitch kills Leona. I like to think of it as a box of water that's like half full, and there's the little plastic boat that goes back and forth. Sometimes you got to be like super hard pushing, and then sometimes you got to be getting super hard pushed.
I don't understand the box metaphor, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically, like, there's some times where you can't freeze anymore. Like, it just doesn't happen. And those are the times you just gotta let them, you gotta hard push it into them. You gotta, like, swing the wave towards them. Yay! Because she didn't have flash, she died.
Given Tristana's escape, should they almost focus the support instead, because it's almost impossible?
Usually. Leona has no way to get out of a fight once she's in. Once she's in there, she's in there. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really easy to get a kill on Leona. It's very hard to get a kill on Tristana.
The perfect Braum ult, but she buffered the W perfectly.
I don't know how she was able to expect it like that, because I, for one, wasn't. That was really good by her. Alright, this is a weird dive call.
Yeah, this is...
You guys didn't
If I had
communicate
followed
right
up-
here.
Yeah. If I'd followed up instantly, it would have worked.
Yeah. Either way, Trist only lived and didn't die to poison because Braum died to tower. Otherwise, she absolutely would have died right there. And then I'm pretty sure she jumps on you or Gragas kills you right here.
Gragas kills me. I almost get the sick outplay, but I get really bopped.
Hitboxes, woo. Alright, once again, Victor just solo kills mid lane with... Oh, Jarvan helped that time. He was like 4-0 at one point. I remember 2 of them were just solo kills. Alright, Victor's playing around the fact that Veigar does no damage yet. So good job. Jarvan's coming bot. He knows this is warded. We pinked it. And so far we have 2 pink wards. We have Alawi's and we have Seiko's. Alright, Victor's backing.
I do want to point out that Victor's that build that we've been practicing, the one that you had me go, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it is. It is not cheap. But at the same time, the alternate items aren't that much more expensive. Because what else would you build otherwise? You'd get Leandry's a little bit earlier?
I get Leandry's like third item.
Yeah,
Item.
you'd get like Void Staff, Leandry's, and Lichbane. Lichbane ain't cheap.
No, I get Lichbane.
And Iceborne's only 2,800.
27.
27. Do you die right here? You should have died right there. She had ulti. She could have just straight up killed you. Like, being that close, you were so close. Because she's going to hard reset this wave. Like, the second she has to kill one of them for CS. Alright. We're setting up Dragon. You guys are getting ready to flank them. Here comes the flank. This is free. This is free. 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 Turn. Free. Alright. Darren clears the ward. You guys go back here. Something happens. I know there's a kill because I see it on the timeline. Here it is. Okay. Braum gets caught.
I'm just sitting here like this man has such a good memory.
Maybe he gets caught.
Yeah,
What,
and then
Braum
it turns out Jarvan was hanging around, and so was Twitch. And it turns out if they line up in a perfectly straight line like that, here.
6 Twitch completely fucks
Yeah.
you up.
Perfectly straight line to open with. You get then perfectly straight line after she jumps.
Jesus Christ.
Like, number one, you guys played that okay, but that could not have gone better. Like, that was good.
Yeah.
And right here, Alawi TPs. This is fine. This is a decent teleport. Like, it's not the best, but you know, you followed up on the idea. You knew they might need help, so you just went for it. And I appreciate that you're just going for it. Like, that's what you need to be doing, because we can't always call out for teleports because we're not very good at it. So, kind of meeting halfway is the goal here. And then
I
Victor
usually
just
do wait
runs
for a
down.
call, and I feel like that is hurting us. That I need
Yeah.
to be more proactive.
It's mostly just, if you think you can do something, go for it. And if you can't, we'll figure something out.
There, like, Stargazer, there are times where it's just going to be like, we're dancing around Elder and kind of jacking off and doing nothing. And you need to be like, okay, guys, I'm flanking, let's go. And then just hit teleport and fucking do it.
Yeah, so far, Victor's solo killed Vigor twice. He's picked up 3 kills just randomly. He's farming okay. You know, it's 13 minutes. He's at 109. That's pretty good. Jarvan's ahead of Gragas in farm, but he's behind 2 kills. Unlucky, but he's got 4 assists. So, like, overall, he's doing more. Alawi is behind in farm, but Ornn rushed Abyssal Mask. So
Wait.
yeah. So you're still able to just straight up murder him because you have Black Cleaver. And believe it or not, magic resist does not stop attack damage.
Why not just, if he's so afraid of like Victor coming in roam, like when he faces Victor, why not just go murder tries and call it good for now?
I don't know why he's afraid of the Victor roam, because he shouldn't be. He should be afraid of the Twitch, the Jarvan, and the Alawi, who are all attack damage.
He's
Why
actually,
would Victor even go up there? Like, realistically,
Yeah.
why would Victor
The only reason he'd be up there is because you guys accidentally went top lane after Herald because someone was drunk. Like, that's pretty much the only reason.
just one critique about the warding of the enemy jungle. Like, one of my friends who is a diamond player was telling me about warding in the jungle, and I can't even tell you how much it helped out. Just ward deeper into like their bot side jungle, for example. Not like where you're hovering it close to, but go a little bit more to the bottom left. Like that bush to the left right there. Pink ward, the back side of it or the front side of it doesn't matter. The amount of information that ward gives you is insane. And one thing I'm seeing is there's not a lot of like counter jungling going on. So that Gragas, he's not farming like as well as you. Don't get me wrong, but like you can shut him down even more if you're able to like clear his camps except for one minion, so that he just can't get any gold. It's gonna force him to try and gank losing situations because he needs to try and catch up somehow.
That is one thing we don't do very well. We get these river wards at the very start, and they're like decent wards, but we never move our vision line deeper in the enemy jungle. We will defensively ward, we will put river vision, which is, you know, in the middle, but we do not get deep wards. We get like over the wall, we get close by, or this bush right here. So we need to...
Don't be afraid, like, as Jarvan, don't be afraid to go in. Like, you have a pretty good escape, you have a slow.
Yeah. Well, and
now that
especially if you're 0-0-4, you're up CS, and you already have your Tiamat, just go in there and kill him. What's he gonna do about it?
like worst case scenario too, if you go to ward that bot side and they come to counter gank you, let's say bot knows you're there and comes to kill you, just run up towards Victor. Victor can blow up everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Except for Ornn, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. And Ornn will do no damage against Victor right here. Nah.
God bless that abyss of massive.
He was out playing us the whole time.
Please. Just get it.
We're giving over the blue buff. So just in general, so far this game, we're ahead in every lane. Twitch has only 100 gold lead, Brom only has 100 gold lead, but Victor's up almost 2,000. You guys can fucking end this game already. It's already over. Just group, force a herald, force a tower, force 2 towers. What are they gonna do about it? Like, Victor is so fed right now.
We're gonna take that cage and drag his Cascos.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, Victor's so fed.
What?
Gosh, you're so fast. Wait till these team fights. You guys will see why this build is good. I'm so excited. Alright, top tower goes down? Yeah, and then there's a team fight in another lane. Alright, so we're gonna ignore that. Gragas is coming towards Victor. We're getting... Oh, we pinged Herald. We want to do Herald. Where's the team fight? Do they dive you? No, Victor dies. There's the random Ornn roam. Now we see why he built Abyssal Mask. The truth comes out. Juke the Gragas ult, but Vigor just hits you. And then you just E them. You get a return kill on Victor. Or Vigor. That's gonna mess me up all game. Alright, so you were able to get something out of nothing, but Jarvan, you can absolutely just kill them. You have like so much damage, and Vigor died. And here comes the Lowy. So if you had just kept trying to fight, Lowy would have done that. I do understand why you backed off. It's understandable. He was going to die, like, almost no matter what. And you guys can get Herald this way, but 6 and 1, half dozen the other. Not a big
It sounds
deal.
like it was the safer play, but you're saying that the more aggressive play in this case would have worked.
Well, yeah, I'm saying usually the more aggressive play will work, especially if your heavy damage dealer just killed the crap out of their mid laner again and chunked the rest of them out, and your top laner was coming to help.
And the other thing you have to remember is we are light years ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like, in a situation, like, more aggressive plays don't always work when you're evenly matched to someone or when you're behind,
Yeah.
but when you're ahead, 99% of the time they'll work.
Especially, you guys knew you were ahead like this. Like, you guys in comms knew you guys were ahead. Like, this far ahead. Alright, we have an Infernal, we have the Rift Herald, it's on Jarvan, and mid tower is almost dead. So, one of two things we can do. Top tower is already dead, so we can either take Herald bot and open up the bot side jungle, or we could take mid tower and open up the entire jungle and be able to force bot later before we set up for dragon. So the thing that we don't realize very often is what we can do with the Rift Herald. And that happens very frequently. With Rift Herald, you want to take a tier 1 tower because it gives you 1,000 gold and you're able to like open up more of the map with it. So it doesn't really matter which tier 1 tower it is, as long as you know you need to get one. So the two choices here to use your Herald are either take it bot and open up the other half of the jungle where you guys just have to walk around mid, but you're able to siege mid now because you have pressure in both lanes and you'll have more jungle vision. Or you could take the mid tier one because it's lower in health and you're able to guarantee the kill with the Rift Herald. So it's a personal choice. Like, there's not too much to go along with it, as long as you pick one and go with it. Tristan is pushing bot. Braum goes hard. Twitch is behind the aggressive Braum. And one thing I've noticed in general is, Seiko, you play really aggressively when you're playing a tank support, but you will play so far back on a caster support that it feels like you have no presence in the lane. And we'll see that in game 2, where you guys were definitely in a losing matchup, but you will see now it wasn't actually that bad.
That was nice.
This is a terrible fight. Vigor TP, Gragas is there. It was a good idea at the start, but we did not know Gragas was there because we had no deep jungle vision.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the amount of information that would give you.
Yeah.
That also gives you a better chance to counter gank, which is a way better decision.
Yeah.
Also, how many stacks is Vigor now?
Not a lot. 120.
That's plenty, actually.
Yeah. They're not even 20 minutes in. Yeah.
Yeah, 100. All you really need for Vigor to start popping off is all he needs is about 200 stacks. He's actually pretty much. He might be a little bit behind, but I mean he did lose lane. But for the most part, he's still stacking really well. You guys maybe have another 5 minutes before he just starts blowing up even your tanks.
I'd say they have about, because of how behind he got, or how ahead Victor is rather, I'd say they have about 10 minutes before he gets completely out of control.
They have until he gets a grab.
Yeah. Which I think he didn't build until way late. Which he shouldn't have waited that long. Like, that's his personal mistake, but you know, we definitely weren't aware that that's what it was.
Wait, what up? I kind of missed it.
Beager will eventually get a crap ton of AP and just murder you.
Yep, that's why I built the missile.
Alright. So Victor pushes mid super hard because, you know, we have to do something with the fact that we didn't roam down with Victor early or call for it. Alawi's pushing topside, and she should definitely be able to get this tower, especially with the W auto reset. Especially with the W auto reset. The dub.
I'm not
dub.
aware of that mechanic.
Dub.
I'm not aware of that mechanic.
Okay, fun fact, you can auto attack and then use your W on a tower.
Okay.
That works.
I thought W was only on characters.
No. Anything that's an auto attack reset. Yeah. It's kind of like Trundle can chomp towers. That one actually makes sense. Yeah.
Definitely can. I didn't know a lot of people.
Alright. We get caught right here. Oh yeah, he has no MR and no health, so he absolutely just gets blasted. How much?
Oh my god.
Here, let's watch this. Here's Jarvan. Jarvan at this point has 41 magic resist. That's roughly 31% magic damage reduction. And everything together with Tristana ulti. Tristana ulti got used. And it does, yeah, 300 damage base. Alright, you guys are getting chased down. Alawi's just going to take this tower. Fair trade. Orin comes in. Barrier. Victor can turn. He gets his movement speed buff. Look how fast he's going. This is at half speed. Half speed. This is the Victor build of my Eurobeat dreams. Initial D now, boys. Alright, Alawi's coming to flank. So now you guys have everyone but Jarvan. You can kill them now. Just run them down right here. Don't. Victor, you're a pussy.
Hey, fuck you.
I'm sorry, you're a quitter. My bad. Alright, Alawi has to flash. Twitch and Braum are there. Ornn's using his ulti. And Victor still has mana. He has plenty of mana. Plenty of mana. Excellent Braum shield. Good job, Sego. We're proud of you. That was good. Damn Braum shields, though. Should have seen me how many messages he spammed me with. Alright, we can go back to normal. But just in general, so far this game, now we're starting to get better vision, but the only deep ward we have is this one. This is the only one. Like, this doesn't do much. This, you know, we have vision on Baron, but, and we have these two right here, but this is the only ward that we have that sees them coming to Baron, if we want to do it. Like, this is the only way we know if they're there. If they decide to walk this way, we have no idea until they're here. So, dragon's up. We can go get that. And I mean, we know that. I'm sure we know that. Clearing it out, clearing it out. Jarvan's here, killing the scuttle, killing the scuttle. Alright, we're getting ready to team fight right here. Alright, they're getting ready to come in. We see them here. Everyone but Victor's here. But Victor's all our gold. We need him here. So we're going in. It's a weird angle fight. Tristana just hops around. Leona dies. Victor's finally here. We force Gragas out. And we make it away. So right here, we got Dragon, and we traded 1 for 1. So not too much happened here. Which is not good for us, because we want to be getting big team fights where they cannot leave. And that's hard to do when they have Tristana, Veigar, Gragas.
Just a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Why the Abyssal Mask against Veigar as opposed to Mages?
It gives him more health, and it makes him tanky, and he probably didn't think about it, because this is the first day of him using the build, and in almost every matchup, you just take... Yeah. Essentially, that's what...
What are we talking about?
Abyssal Mask over Banshee's Veil.
For who?
You.
Victor.
Oh. Overall, it's one of the pros have started playing it a lot more. It's actually really good. It gives you the extra penetration as well as a little bit of tankiness, a little bit of health. And Victor damage, like, you don't... With Victor, the thing is, for like the first 20 or 30 minutes, your damage is relatively strong after you get Hexor, so you don't really need to be going straight for damage now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the thing is, like, the damage isn't necessary, and I get what you mean about this being played because the stats it gives, but in my opinion, in the matchup, because Veigar uses like 3 or 4 key spells, Banshee's Veil blocking any of them. It could just be the passive, and nothing else in that item. I think it's still good.
See, I don't know about that, because if Victor, I mean, if Veigar throws a stun on top of you, or if he throws an auto at you and pops the Banshees, not an auto, sorry, but you know, one of his abilities, and then he just ults you, you're dead.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you get that bonus health and he stuns you, and then is managing to land every ability on you, it's just as bad, if not worse. Like, at least if you have the Banshee's Veil, you have a chance of blocking his more, like, key abilities. This is like, granted, this is if the Veigar knows what he's doing, right? Like, if he's playing around your Banshee's Veil, like, yeah, that's gonna suck, but if he sees you have a health item, he's either gonna go for somebody else, or he's probably gonna get to a Veigar fully anyways, no matter how much health you have.
Right, but if we're just trying to end the game before 35-minute mark, then you're okay. Which is what we really should have been doing anyway. Because no one's gonna outscale Tristana, well, except for maybe Pogba. No one's gonna outscale Tristana by
Right, but if we're trying to end it before the 35-minute mark, before people start getting tanky, would the Banshees will still be a better option there before magic penetration is that necessary?
I guess. I feel like the extra penetration along with the health and the MR is nice, so I don't know.
He has the thing for more damage.
Like, if you guys are trying to end it early and you guys are going for a burst comp, like, the bonus AP, like, trying to burst Veigar before you burst you guys, or trying to burst their character first before is kind of more, like, crucial. I don't know. It's just how I feel about the situation. Like, usually when I play games, and, like, it's a game that's ending early, if somebody on my team starts building defensive, I'm supposed to try and be defensive
get KTC'd.
No. Are we ready for the next piece of terrible mistakes? We gave up mid tower, which helped them catch up because we had to. I mean, it was super low, and so they were just able to walk up to it. But right now, Alawi does have TP. She's bot lane. She's pushing for this tower. So they're pushing for the top tower here. And they'll kill it. They'll kill it pretty quick, but we have 4 people here and a teleport. So realistically, we can fight this. Like, this is a fightable thing. So we come in, and we just back off. We get the ward in here, so we have the teleport ward, and we turn around. Twitch is way out of position. Victor's out of position. We see them coming down to come fight us here. They're TPing bot for Alawi, and Alawi gets the tower, but now she's trapped in this box. But because Vigor's box is done, how do you die here? Do you just walk into the wall? Yeah. Walk into the wall.
Yeah, Fager's gotten to that point that Davey was talking about earlier. He doesn't
Okay,
even
sorry,
have
I'm back.
He doesn't even have the death cap yet, but he can. Like, it's not going to be with just ult, but he can one more tanks. Like,
Yeah.
He's going to take out way too much ult.
Well, he has Morello and Banshees, but he's getting his Rabadons right now. Like, he's halfway there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he doesn't even have the bonus anything from the passive. Like, it's just, he's
Yeah.
been able to stack so well already that we don't really compete. Like, if you look at, like, I don't know, like, if you look at the damage Milgram after this game, I'm to guess that Fager's damage is pretty fucking high compared to everybody else's, like, as far as carries go, because he's able to just blow up anybody he wants to.
I can't remember what the damage dealt for this game was.
Tristana ended up having like 10,000 or 20,000 damage dealt more than anyone else.
Yeah.
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 Tristana did like 48k, and I as Victor did like 47.
Yeah, and then the next highest in the game was like 27k. Correctly.
Alright.
Fager not team fighting.
No, he's bot lane right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So-
Mm.
Matt, lesson for Vager here. Vager is almost assassin-like in the sense where his damage might not look impressive post-game, but it's a matter of the fact
It's all
that
targeted
he's
damage.
popping. He doesn't have to continue to do DPS, therefore his post-game damage is not going to look impressive.
Right, but it's his during game damage.
Yeah.
He's going to target like 10 people and blow them up. That's kind of
Yeah, like Vigor is the kind of champion that's not going to like get a flashy pentakill or something, but he's going to delete that one target repeatedly.
Alright. Now we start going for Baron, and so far we've been ahead for like 15-20 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes we've been giving up tower after tower after tower and not team fighting. And when we do team fight, we fight without a TP, we fight when we're not all there, we fight in weird angles where they can absolutely just steal the dragon instead of pulling the dragon out. Like, there's been 3 moments where they just get stuff for free because we just don't fight them. We're going for Baron now, and we're all 5 here. So this should be our Baron. Tristana and Leona had died, so this should be easy Baron. And sure enough, Vigor and Orange show up. And we have no way out of the fight. So 2 choices here, either just turn and try to kill them before Leona and Tristana show up, which isn't going to happen, or just leave with as many people as we can. So, with these kind of Baron calls, they're not inherently bad calls. You guys got a kill on their bot lane, and you're not expecting them to fight you at the Baron. And if they do, you're expecting them to run away panicking, which, I mean, usually happens in solo queue. However, in team plays, they're really desperate most of the time for absolutely anything. So they will usually go for a play, even if it's a terrible idea. So when you're going to do a Baron, one thing you have to remember is they will try to contest, and when they do, what do you do? And you have to answer that every game, because sometimes you can fight and sometimes you can't fight. So asking yourselves when you're going to do Baron and asking each other, can we fight them or do we have to run away if we do this Baron? You have to have a game plan and get everyone on the same page before it happens. Because there was a little bit of turning around in the pit, like, oh, can we? So having our minds made up before we go do it helps. Because chances are they will try to stop you.
So what's the overall game plan now? Like,
The overall,
strategies gonna work at this point.
right now, the only way to win this game really is get the next dragon, which it's up, so you can force the lane down. You can send a Lowy mid lane and everybody else bot lane, and then you try to get a fight in the jungle where Braum can stop the Ornn ult, and they can try to forcibly disengage you, and if they do, you just take the tower. And Lowy just sits either in mid or bot, and the rest of the team sits in the other one. You wait out the Baron buff, and then you try to get the next Baron, and if that doesn't work, you just lose.
Because like I'm just gonna play devil's advocate, right? So we're sending Alawi in the solo lane, right, to try and apply pressure.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, there's a couple people they could send up to Alawi, where Alawi will be able to keep pressuring, right?
Yeah, and
But
Vigor's one of them.
That's kind of not an issue because teleport away.
Yeah.
But if you were in this situation, if I was their team, I would not even send one person to that solo lane. I would just 5-man and train whatever lane you guys are at. And then when Alawi gets to a point where she is pushing pressure, because Alawi doesn't have enough damage to really push the lane that fast anymore, it gives them plenty of time to apply pressure on the objective and then send one back and then complete that process.
Personally, what I would do in this situation right here, in the one we're looking at right now, what I would have done right here is I would send Alawi to the mid lane, and once she pushes it past river, she just goes in groups with everybody else for bot tier 2, and then you just 5-man bot tier 2.
How long do we think it takes for Alawi to actually get down the lane to the mid lane, depending on what lane it is?
Walking speed usually. She clears caster minions in 1 Q, the melee minions in a Q and an auto. So it takes roughly 3 seconds for a wave, and it takes about 30 seconds to walk from one end to the other. She'll encounter roughly 3 waves, so 40 seconds to get from one end to the other, inhibitor tower to inhibitor tower in mid lane. Probably 55 seconds for bot lane, and like a minute 5 for top lane. With regrouping for the team, if she pushes down mid lane, which is roughly 40 seconds, no, because she can walk through the jungle. And since she can walk through the jungle, like, she doesn't really have to be that scared. If Alawi fights in the jungle in a enclosed space where she can just pop her tentacles out, I'm not too worried about her. So realistically, I'm looking for forcing a bot tier tower, fighting them in the jungle, making sure the Braum shield stops the Ornn ult, which is key in every single team fight. If Braum does not stop the Ornn, we will not win that fight. And then fighting them in the enclosed hallway with Twitch and Alawi and Victor, we will win. As long as Vigor doesn't just stun everybody before they can get their damage out.
Right. With the team comps that you guys have, the only situation I see you guys actually fighting in people's numbers is if you guys are playing a game of security mission or getting ready for Baron.
Yes, which we have not been doing all game. That's one of the biggest weaknesses that we've had all 3 games tonight, is we do not get deep jungle vision.
Yeah, it's just like from what I'm seeing, it looks like you're just fighting them in the lanes, which is like the opposite of what you guys want to fight right now. Because like Garvin's ult will basically cut off an entire. It's basically a worse Anivia wall, but still like it does the job.
Yeah.
Of sealing off like a side so that Twitch can just keep popping up his next range through the wall. Braum can get a nice ulti off in there, but if you guys are fighting in a lane that doesn't really exist anymore.
And one of the things that Twitch does in almost every team fight for the rest of the game is he plays it as if he was a mid-game like level 5 or 6, like 6 or 7 Twitch, where he's looking to go from the side, hit his ulti, and then kill somebody at short range, when he should probably be playing it closer to like Jinx or Caitlyn, where you sit at the very, very, very back and just ulti through everybody.
So who do we having initiating fights on the team? Like, so I know we have
Jarvan.
Jarvan.
Jarvan is the, if we absolutely have to start a fight and we have no other way to do it, Jarvan has to start it. And then Braum W's into the front. Or he can sit at the back and toss his shield up behind him for Ornn. But, and Alawi's in the middle between Victor and Twitch. Who knows, dude?
Yeah, that's a bit questionable. For righteous glory.
Alright. We invade, they're pushing this tower, and we do not get to this tower in time. We have vision here, vision here. This is a dangerous place to be, but we need to start forcing stuff. Basically, the idea now is if we don't force to end the game, like try to force a tier 2 tower and make them fight us, or make them fight us in the jungle, we just don't win. So we have roughly 3 minutes about before this game is completely unreachable. And that's basically just whenever Baron wears off. Alright, we catch Veigar. Veigar dies. As soon as Veigar dies, you guys need to just group and force down mid lane. They cannot fight you anymore. You have 50 seconds with Veigar. You can fight them now. Veigar is the reason they're being able to come through in these team fights. Because you can stop Tristana. Look, you just stopped all her damage. Braum jumps in there, puts a shield up. Tristana does no more damage for like 4 seconds. Alright, Victor ult pulls everybody back in, and everybody dies. Or almost everybody, at least. Alright, you get one.
One thing that's freaking me out right now is that there's absolutely zero vision.
Yeah, and right here. Mm-hmm.
You guys are so like capable of it's terrifying.
Absolute blind. Alright, Alawi's by herself. We watch Tristana leave. We don't know where the rest of them are, except for Veigar and Gragas. We have a pretty good idea where they are. Alright. We're getting vision. If you're going to get vision, pop it down here. Like, when you're setting up like this, just put it in the further bush. River vision's good, but that's like if you're trying to fight in river. And you need the bush vision, because you're planning on fighting around those bushes. At this stage of the game. Alright, allow you backs. Victor's clearing top. So, with this game, the biggest thing is just we don't get jungle vision. We don't push to end the game as hard as we should. And we aren't really aggressive with our huge lead that we had early.
Yeah, we should have just grouped up and.
Well, one thing that I saw that was going on is Victor kind of demolished his lane up early, right?
Yeah.
But after that, there was really nothing that was done with that except for just continuing to try and pull it.
Yeah.
So Veigar started. Victor should have been either gank. I mean, like even if you don't kill Ornn, just gank top, force him out of lane. You guys get a CS lane, you guys get a tower, or gank bot. And with how much move you had, I'd say like Tristana was pretty versatile with your team.
Yeah.
And, like at that point, when you'd be trying to get other people, like I'm not saying necessarily keep beating Victor, but give like your team gold because that's gonna be the goal of fights.
Yeah.
You guys are getting to the stage in the game where your team is scaling better than your guys is right now.
And right now, we're having another team fight. And this team fight, we did not know Ornn was here. He whips around the corner because we had no vision over here after we took these towers down. Realistically, there's like nothing we can actually do at this part other than just get jungle vision and try to fight them in the jungle. Because in a lane, they're just going to do this. Orange shows up, and we're going to slow down for this one, because this is annoying. Okay, maybe half speed. There's the ulti from Braum. Jarvan still hasn't gone in. To be fair, he won't go through the wall right here, but gives Vigor box. Leona gets a stun on Twitch and Victor, which means we have no damage from our 2 high damage sources. Jarvan gets sent towards the backline and just dies. Victor has a bunch of shit, but Tristana can leap over his E, and then she's fine. And then she looks for Twitch. And at this point, the game's over. You guys did not end the game in time, even though Alawi never teleported. So it's not a big deal that she didn't teleport, and she does end up getting this tower, I'm pretty sure. No, you don't. Yeah, you just leave instead. But this game is basically over.
Do you mind if I see the beginning part of that fight again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, again, I got to plat 5 playing top dom. And I
There you
actually
go.
played quite a bit of J4. I don't have a lot of experience on Alawi, so I'm more talking to macro stuff. For J4 in this case, right, you really have 2 options when it comes to building. So the first one is building damage, and your goal is to blow up honestly Veigar in this case, because you can't really do that to Tristana if she doubles out of your ult and does that damage. But Veigar can't do that. It's flash. So that's option 1. Option 2 in this case is to go completely tanky, and your whole job is to just stand right next to Ace and EQ anybody that comes through your account, and then really stop him from lifting, right? Because if you go tanky, then he's the only person that can kill your backline with his ult, because he can do it from a safe ring. So from right here, you guys are completely separated from the 2. Like J4 is right next to Pop, and with 2 guys that should be next to Ace are not even near him. The only person who's near him right now is Victor. So we have the 2 squishes on one side and the 2 tanks on the other.
Yeah,
So
that's
what's happening now, like what blows my mind is their team actually went for the 2 tanks as opposed to just jumping with 2 guys, which honestly could have swung the fight in their favor, but because of the fact that there was no peel going on, Ace didn't feel comfortable going in, and rightfully so, mind you. Like he couldn't do it, he just died. Like
And the second, go back and watch the fight again. The second I fucking pop out his stealth, I get fucking Leona
right,
ulted.
and that they were saving it for it. And if you look at Veigar's summoners or his abilities right now, he doesn't even ult this fight. Like he was saving it for when Ace showed himself, because he also knows that Ace is the person that can kill him. If you guys manage to peel for Ace better here, like look, you guys are in a good position, right? Ace is actually lining up a few shots on multiple right now, but because of the fact that no one's peeling for him, he's only able to get like 7, maybe 8 auto attacks off, and it's only on their front line before the rest of his like team is dead, which almost makes that fight impossible. So as J4, if your job has to be to stand, like literally, if you're going tanky J4, you have to be standing on top of Twitch. It does not, literally anything else that happens is negligent. If their team looks like the most open EQ in the world, you leave it alone, because they're going to, like, you don't damage them enough for it to be important. And at this stage in the game, like, they have enough tools to get away from your ultimate. You jump on Ace if you're not near him. Like, Braum W is not enough. Leona ultimate is not stopped by Braum W. So if they start doing that, you have to make sure you give Ace enough time to back away if he gets ultimate.
So yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up the game to me. Like, at this point, I would call this game not unwinnable, but it's basically unwinnable. They have to throw so hard to win this game.
We can basically go next at this point.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me saying one thing too, like I know I'm getting a little nitpicky, but just for the Jarvan build, it looks like you're going tanky at first, and then I don't know if that's the actual order you built the items in.
No, he built Warrior, Tiamat, Merc Treads, and then Cleaver.
Right, so it looks to me like you're going kind of a hybrid tanky
Mhm.
damage, which
Just
like,
does nothing.
Look, sometimes it works, don't get me wrong, right? Like sometimes it's okay if there's a lot more bruisers to an enemy team, but in the meta you guys are in right now, like there is no, like, I mean, the bruisers are basically dead. You have tanks, you have pure damage. There's really nothing in between sets of people right now. Even champions like Alawi, like she's okay, but like she mostly goes on the tanky side of things. With like
And she's mostly there to deal with the picks like Ornn.
Right. And like, don't get me wrong too. I see like the whole point you guys were going into this game was to build a bunch of damage, right? So that way you guys can end it super early and just snowball. And it was working at first. To me, and I think what Jamie was saying earlier too, the cutoff point was when we started building way too defensive and then not trying to figure out a way to deal with Veigar, because Veigar was really the only threat to your guys' team at that time. After Veigar started being able to land free stuns, getting off free damage, he wasn't necessarily grabbing kills, but he was feeding people just on him. And so at that point in time, after they're starting to get big and you guys don't have a lead anymore, you guys are doing this back and forth match, which that typically means if you guys are going back and forth, this game is going to go on for 35 minutes. It's going to go into the super late game. So
Where
I think
Veigar
what needed to
was
happen,
popping in.
like what needed to happen, in my opinion, is Victor needed to go more damage first. Abyssal Mask, like I'm still questioning the item choice, but if you are going to go defensive item, that needed to be saved for later. Because Veigar is going to blow somebody up no matter what. We saw it when Jamie commented about like Veigar's going to start popping off in like 5 minutes. I think like 3 minutes after that, Veigar 100 to 0 movement. Like granted he was stunned, but like 100% of the damage that killed him in a matter of seconds was Veigar.
Yeah.
If he's able to kill Jarvan at that much, Abyssal Mask isn't going to stop him from killing you too. Like it's too much damage. Jarvan would have just naturally, he went cleaver, so he has naturally more health than you do. And he still got blown up. Like it didn't really affect anything. Your whole thing should have been like, how much more damage can I do than Veigar at that time? Like Veigar is a champion that blows one person up. Victor does a shit ton of AoE damage. With how far ahead you guys were is honestly more valuable. Veigar would have to make the choice of blowing up realistically either Ace or Victor, and then after that choice is made, you guys can just basically pop off no matter who's left alive. But after going defensive, it got to a point where Victor couldn't really blow up anybody as effectively as he used to. He still was doing a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. You look at the damage no graph, he's doing a lot of damage, but nobody was dying in it. People were just like backing off and like living with him, okay? When I looks at the game, like I don't know if you guys surrender if the game ends and
It ends. Yeah.
because at this point in time, like even Veigar's Q's and W's will take out half of the carry's health, which again, like that's to be expected this
Yeah.
of the game.
Now he
The
is
whole thing,
almost 400 AP.
yeah, like you guys need to like shut him down way earlier, and then after which you did, you shut him down in lane, right? But after that point, like you needed to build more damage, have you go and pop other lanes, while Veigar, because Veigar's not going to be able to, if he's clearing faster than you, he's not stacking Q, in my opinion. He has to clear faster than you by using W, which doesn't give him any AP. It's not listening to him. Jamie, you play Veigar. Veigar's W does not give him AP, right?
No, it has to be.
It has to be Q on a champion.
Last thing on champions.
Gotcha. So
Or
if
if you hold kill someone.
So like if I'm wrong here, like let me know. Like the only way Veigar will be able to catch up with Victor's wave clear early if Victor builds damage is by W in a wave, and then he won't get any AP off. Either that or he's gonna stay in mid and keep queuing minions to farm, which would give Victor more time to actually go branch out to other lanes and gank.
True, it pisses me off when the wave gets pushed under tower and I have to W it.
Exactly. Like Jamie has like an 80% win rate on Veigar. Like she knows that champion.
It's this game too. This game too.
Inevitably, if the game goes on forever, he's going to get that damage. It's never not going to get to that point. But you can postpone it. And in a game where you guys are trying to win for 35 minutes, postponing it is all you really need to do.
So yeah, do we have any questions in particular about game one?
Nope.
Game two was bad.
It was really bad.
The pick ban for this was we banned Triss Diana Alawi. Their mid laner is a Diana mid one trick, but he also plays Alawi mid or Aurelia mid. They play a bunch of weird shit. They banned Zoe, Jinx, and Yorick because We have a lot of York solo queue games. They first picked Sejuani, so this is the second time where we don't get Sejuani. And then we get Galio Zach. The idea is we wanted to run a Galio comp in general, and we wanted to do that game 1 before bans changed it up when they banned Galio and Sejuani. And Galio Zach. Galio's a lot of lane pressure. He can push the wave super hard, and Zach is able to farm that way because mid lane is protected. Not a lot of champions get a push on Galio. They picked Varus Aurelia afterwards, and we knew immediately it was Aurelia mid because the top laner did not play Aurelia. The Aurelia pick into Galio gives Aurelia an advantage because Galio doesn't really stop attack damage very much. They have a Varus. Varus is good, just in general. I think Varus is a good pick. So we went ahead and we picked Twitch. Because out of the other picks, like Jinx is banned, Tristan is banned, and we just needed somebody that could kind of just sit at the back and pump damage out. We had Camille Brand bans. They banned Braum and not Brand, but something else. I can't remember what it was. And then here, I wanted to pick support fourth and save top for counter pick, but I also wanted to make sure that they didn't cheese us with some super AP damage heavy support, because he only plays like Lux, Vel'Koz, Brand, shit like that. So I picked Ornn here because that was a relatively safe blind pick, and then he whips out the Renekton, which was frustrating. Then they pick Vel'Koz, and we know it's Vel'Koz support, and so we just pick Lulu because we cannot pick Taric anymore, which was the original choice of Galio Zac Taric combo. So it was either go for the combo or try to make it out of lane instead of having Vel'Koz just obliterate Taric. So that's sort of what happened with pick ban there.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah, not my best pick ban, but at the same time, it's not the worst possible thing that could happen. So it pretty much relies on not falling behind, which is also not good.
It's a decent team fight.
Yeah. So we have a good team fight, and as long as Twitch can live through the whole thing, most of our damage is going to come from Twitch.
If we don't get skull fucked in the first 20 minutes, we can win team fights easy.
And I'll give you a hint. This game is only 20-something minutes long. Yeah.
I mean, really a bit there. It's just a strange thing to go against.
Yeah. He would have picked Diana mid if we didn't ban it.
100%. This guy has scrimmed against us in 3 games.
Yeah. He only plays weird shit. He's never played a meta mid laner, ever.
I may have missed this. If you don't mind me asking, why Galio? When did they take him first?
We
picked
took
Galio
Galio first, and then they responded with Aurelia,
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no,
which I honestly wasn't expecting.
yeah, no one would be.
Well, like, I knew he played Aurelia, but, like, it didn't click that he would actually just pick it. Because he didn't pick it the first game, which we saw the results of. Aurelia was up, and he just didn't pick it, and he was into a Kassadin matchup. So that would have been fine for Aurelia. So I'm not entirely certain why he didn't pick it game 1. But I was like, okay, maybe he just hasn't played Aurelia in a while, because he hasn't played Aurelia in, like, 2 weeks, so, you know, I don't need to worry about it. That's basically what I said. Galio's getting pressure here. Ornn's getting shoved in, and the first death is Ornn, right? No, it's Galio. Alright, Galio's doing his thing.
You need to rip llama.
How do you fuck this up? You fuck this up. How do you fuck this up? You're gonna do something stupid. You go into tower range, you take a tower hit. She's been healing up because she used her potions. She gets level 2, she finally has her stun. You get level 3, you have more stats than her. You miss your Q on the minions. You passive, she stuns you under tower.
Oh, no.
You walk into tower range.
That's
Okay, so what happened there? I can explain it really easy. You forgot Galio is a huge model, and his hitbox is enormous. So the tower range is a little bit further because of the size of your model than when you're Victor. So you could have gotten that close if you were playing Victor, but because you were on Galio or Cho'Gath or insert stupidly large champion here, that doesn't work as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Aurelia counters Galio too.
Yeah, she does. She's also just a really good matchup into Galio because she has the
Yeah.
percent health damage,
Also-
she does attack damage, and Galio does
she
not
has-
build
she
armor
has-
early.
Aurelia doesn't have percent health damage. She has true damage, but it's flat.
Yeah. Okay, it's flat. I thought it was percent. Oh yeah, it's flat. My bad.
I think all she needs to do is honestly push by the first and Galio goes there.
I think you should go Sheen into Bork as Aurelia in that matchup. Sheen is just so valuable on Aurelia because of your ult and how you can reset it so many times.
No, I get what you mean, but just the sustainability of it. Like, even when she got low, she has a perfect push, so she's able to go back to half. She stays just a little bit below health with Galio. She wins basically every fight at that point. Just ease out W's. If she Qs on him while he's trying to, I don't know what Galio's ability is, if it makes him like that, if it's his Q or not.
No, this is E, I'm pretty sure.
Like if she Qs onto him while he's E'ing, he'll just stay like exactly where he is. She can just keep hitting him. Like if she's able to just outstay the fight, if she's comfortable staying low in the fights, like it basically just wins every trade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pretty much what happens this game, just in general. Alright. Ornn's doing his thing. Ornn, you're at half health. You have almost no mana. And that's a full health Renekton with Doran's blade and Doran's shield. And you miss your dash on the wall and run out of mana. So he just kills you here. You're gonna die for this. You deserve it. Yeah. As soon as you missed that stun, you were dead. And that's all that was. Minor misplay. And you shouldn't have gone for it anyway, because he was still full health. And you were not.
Yeah.
There's the gank. Galio just dies because he's shoved out, and the only vision he has is bot side. We have a gank bot. We don't get anything. But I'm pretty sure this gank is over the wall. No, it's around the corner. Which means I can go ahead and give my explanation. Alright. We have a minion wave. It's at our tower range. Lulu is half health, but full mana. Twitch is full health and almost full mana. Vel'Koz is half mana, and Varus is full health, full mana. What do we do in this situation, where Zac is getting ready to hop the wall? We W the wave and clear it as fast as possible so we can kill them. And we're not taking, cannon damage the whole time. He misses the jump. Unfortunate. He does not make it over the wall, and so it gets canceled. Unlucky. Lulu gets chunked out. She's less than 200 health, chunked to 40. Just don't go for this anymore. This is not a worth play anymore, because it's 2 versus 2, and believe it or not, Varus Vel'Koz does more damage than Zac. Especially in their minion wave. He gets knocked up. Vel'Koz W again, and he's gonna get away, because of course he is. And that's it. That's all that happens for several more minutes. Yep, Aurelia roamed, but nothing happens here. They get the vision, they back off, and they go to Dragon, and then they change their mind.
Does Sejuani clear your jungle here?
Yes, she does. Here, we'll just leave vision on. And then we'll turn it off when we need to.
Granted, like, no one died, but that gold swing is probably less than 100 gold because she's able to keep farming with that guy.
Yeah. What's the next thing that happens? Renekton kills Ornn again. You're just leaving this? He's half health. Did you have to build items? Is that what happened? Is that why you were so far away?
I had no mana, so I had to build a crystal.
Oh, okay. So you built a crystal there. Okay, now you're 6, he's 6. He will win the fight if he has to. He does have ulti. Then your ulti's really good, don't get me wrong, but Renekton ain't no bitch. Mama raised him right.
Just ask if about Renekton, he used to fucking one trick the champ.
Okay.
You can just charge this wall right here, and he would have forced the ulti. Don't dash the enemy champion. Always try to get the wall bang.
I don't know Orange Kit, right? This was my 3rd time playing him, so I don't even know there is a wall bang. Like, I don't know.
Okay, if he hits a terrain, either the Q pillar or just a wall in general, he gets a shockwave and he knocks the enemies up.
Okay.
So he does more damage if he hits a wall and does the shockwave.
Got it.
If he doesn't get the blast from the shockwave, it doesn't do much. Alright, so now you're out of mana. You have a lot of health, and Renekton still is his ultimate.
Do you know how Renekton's red bar works?
All I know is when it's fully red, move away from him.
So he has unique passives in every single one of his abilities except for his ult that correlates to the red bar. So his normal Q that he spins in a circle, if he has a red bar, depending on how many minion waves he's in, he'll get health. If it's an W, it stuns you for like an additional second, like 2 seconds.
And it does a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah.
And then for his E, if he E's you on the second E, when he goes through you, it'll shred your armor. So he actually wasted both of those there, but I think because you have no mana, you can't actually find him back.
Yeah, that was the kill I didn't understand, because he...
Okay.
I had full health, he had almost none, and then I'm dead, and I was really
Okay,
frustrated.
I will tell you exactly what happens here. You ready?
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
let Matt explain it. He's a Renekton.
Okay.
Alright, so what he's trying to do right now is, even though he's lower health, he's looking that you have no mana, right? And Ornn's auto attacks aren't really good to do anything to Renekton here. So you see how he's really so you see like that little line in between his health? Alright, between that bar.
Yes, halfway, yes.
Yeah, so what that means is, like, that's one full red bar is not one full passive ability, it's 2. So if he gets that halfway point, he already has an ability, he's saving up for a second. So you only have a cloth on him right now. You see, as soon as he gets that, he starts getting a lot more aggressive on you if you engage on him. What he can do right now is, if he E's into this minion wave, if you get too far away, he's going to be able to slice into you once, and if he slices an enemy, like minion or champion, he can engage. So right now, he's looking at you use both your abilities, and now he really doesn't have anything to worry about, so he turns on you right here. He's going to Q here in a second. After, is it before or after a W? I don't think it matters.
W first.
It's after. So he's going to Q, he's going to hold. He gets a second stack of rage, because he gets it automatically. Now he's on half health. But the thing is, even though you have more health than him, you have absolutely no cooldowns and no mana to fight him back. He's saving his E, he goes through you once. So that's not the end of it, because he actually has a setup here that he really could use if he needs to. I don't even know if he does. Yeah, he does. So after that, there's actually no way for you to get away from him. So the biggest thing there is, once he got that rage, even though he was super low health, like...
He gets from his Q, he gets from his ulti, yeah.
Right, if he has a red bar and you're in a minion wave, so 2 things. Like, if he has no health and there's no minion wave, you're fine. Even if he Qs you, it's not going to heal enough. If he manages to Q you in your minion wave, he's going to get a shit ton of health back.
I see.
Yeah, it's like 200 health I've seen before.
Yeah. How much is his ulti at base? 250 at base with ulti. Oy.
And plus his red bar, his
And it gives him more red bar, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he's able to just get all of his passive abilities on you in like a matter of seconds.
I'm glad we rewatched it, because seeing I had full health, I feel a little less stupid, like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's literally just like a knowing this one specific champion situation. Like, you're learning against a new champion while also playing a new champion. It's just like an unfortunate circumstance for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, you were a jungle main, so you just have to play catch up at like max speed. Not much you can do about that.
Alright, so if you guys don't mind, go back to top lane real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so just pause it here. So, do you guys see how his wave is like pushed up almost against his turret? Like, if you're near that halfway line I was talking about, so his minion wave is pushing into your wave, right? So it's past that line. This does not mean it's going to keep pushing into you. It actually means the opposite. If he freezes it in this situation, your wave is going to hit that before his wave does. It's going to start pushing towards him, which means he's going to get way more EXP and more minions, because more minions that he can kill are going to die before he gets in the lane. So what he did is he also waited. I don't know if he did this on purpose. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, in the situation when he killed you, he did it as his wave was still pushing towards you, but like not where he was actually getting a huge build that means it's breaking even in the middle, which means that it flips and reinforces. So now, kind of double loss because you lost the fight, so you got pulled, and now you're gonna lose this minion.
I see.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I know Yoda. This was definitely not on purpose, but at the same time, it is a happy accident, and everyone is good at something at this elo, and there are top laners who this is what they're good at. This is the thing that gets them games. So it's entirely possible that this is intentional with anybody else. So
Okay.
There are definitely games, like specifically playing as Renekton, where I don't even have to kill my lane opponent if I just play the wave the way it's going, like slow pushing it into you when I back, so that way it's pushing back into me by the time I get to the lane, giving me a solid like 2 waves of minions that I can freeze underneath the turrets. You can't get any minions anymore. I've had games where like Ace has been in games where I have like 50 or 60 CS on a dude by like the 15-minute mark because they actually just can't.
There was also a time where you had like 75 farm to 12 farm over this fucking Aurelia. I remember this game. It was 10 minutes in. It was 10 minutes in. You had a 60 CS lead.
Wow.
That's the thing. Like if you get yourself in that situation, like I don't even have to kill the person. If you just push that person out of the lane and slow push it back into you, it kind of fucks the other person over. Granted, this dude has ignite besides teleport, so it's gonna be a lot harder for him to do that. But he has way more kill pressure on you. So the best thing you can really do, it's kind of shitty, but like the best thing you can do in the situation is kind of just let him do what he needs to do, and he'll just start pushing through it. There's actually nothing you can do in this lane. If he knows what he's doing, there's nothing you can do in this lane. Like one, he fucked up his E.
yeah. And he doesn't even use his Tiamat correctly. But Renekton in general, if he gets a lead in lane, he will kill you again. Absolutely. If he kills you once, he will kill you twice. It's guaranteed. So trying to make something happen is just your goal from then on.
I see.
Don't get me wrong, too. This is all like 2020 hindsight, right? So in this situation, if you think about the first kill, right, he got you down about 80% of your health without getting his second empowered E, and then empowered E is the one that shreds your armor. So if he actually gets it off initially, his burst is going to be near almost double what it was initially, which is going to put you in a really bad situation. He doesn't need his ignite to do it.
How do I question mark ping in a replay?
God damn it,
Derek, what the fuck is this?
Wait. He got the red buff. Oh, never mind.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Derek,
God damn it, Derek.
Derek, if you're level 5, it doesn't matter if you're going to hit 6 on this wave. If Sejuani's level 7 and you're level 5, just give the buff up. It's fine. Oh my gosh. Alright, what happens back here?
We intend.
This is the shitty ult. Alright, this is a perfect example of what I mean. Okay, Galio's coming down, and I remember you say in particular, I'm gonna go in, you stealth right here, and then you get hit by the Q, and then you're like, I can't go in anymore. Galio's already here, bud. Doesn't matter, you go anyway. Alright, Galio flashes, he EWs, gets the taunt, but Aurelia's coming down to match, and it doesn't matter because Vel'Koz does damage. Absolutely 3 things here. 0 respect for Vel'Koz's damage, 0 respect for Varus' ultimate, 0 respect for the fact they still had summoners. They had double flash and heal, and 0 respect for the fact that Twitch had no health, Twitch had no mana, Lulu had no health, Lulu had no mana, and Galio can't go in there anymore. And he wasn't able to get an ulti off.
Just one more thing I want to add to that too. So, you guys didn't have vision of Zach initially starting. I'm sorry, Sejuani initially starting that fight. Like you guys have it now because he's skirmishing with Zach at the time. But when you guys started going in, you had no vision of him, right? Rule of thumb: when you guys are fighting in a situation where you guys are about to push towards your side of the lane, assume their jungler's nearby if you don't have vision. So this really could have been a 3v3 situation off the bat, and then I really also because like you guys have no clue at this time where Sejuani would be. Like she could be clearing her bot side. Like, you guys don't know if she's taking her food yet. Like, at this time, it's honestly weird if she hasn't already finished her food. It just kind of looks like she didn't even go for it.
Yeah. She realized she was super ahead of Zach and just went in here to fight those. But that wasn't like a guaranteed thing. She could have just been at her blue chilling.
Like, quite frankly, she could have been anywhere. Like,
Yeah. Because once again, we're in a game where we have no vision except this one pink ward, lonely by itself, crying.
Do you mind rewinding it to see what path they really you guys?
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure she just ran straight down river.
Okay,
Yeah, just straight down river. And then we see her right here.
The thing is, too, I really have some pink ward in that bush and river. So she's able to, like, if you don't have vision, right, and Galio starts walking down, just walking away, like, I really doesn't know if you're backing or if you're ganking, right? But in the situation, she has that pink ward in there, she 100% knows what you're doing, so the gank isn't really a surprise anymore, and they just know exactly how to set it up to counter gank you immediately.
So, unfortunate. They get first tower, and I'm not saying the game is over at this point, but Galio's 0-3, Aurelia's fed, Renekton's fed, Sejuani's fed. If they're not able to win this game with a fed Renekton,
They're fucking trolling.
yeah. So, at this point, I would just go ahead and call the game over, but they get Dragon right here. Like, obviously, don't give up in any game. Just play it out, see what happens, but personally, I would have just...
Yeah, 6k gold in 10 minutes is so...
Yeah. To be fair, the last game where you guys were super far ahead, you guys were only like 2k up at this point. They're up 4,000 more than that, and it's more spread out. So, we'll speed it up to ×4 because we'll go to the next team fight maybe, next tower or something. But I'm pretty sure it's just picks mostly. You guys do a fight here, it doesn't work out because they're fed on this half of the map. You try to defend this tower, it doesn't work because Varus has been farming well, better than our Twitch because Vel'Koz pressure. They invade, they get this ward, which is a good ward. They're just fucking around, they take the Herald. You guys win a fight here somehow? Oh, Derek just, yeah. Derek shows up 13 minutes in and realizes, yeah, he's playing Zach.
Yeah. This is the zero communication fight where Derek just kind of did something and we just kind of followed.
Yeah. Nah, we killed Renekton. So this is good. I mean, we get a good play. We, shut like 3 of them down. We're still down 7,000 gold and a dragon and 3 towers. Pretty soon 2 towers, but realistically, I wouldn't be getting too hyphy if that worked out. And then the second you guys go to shove this and Varus cues that wave and like almost clears it, just don't bother. You're not gonna get this. There's the TP. Aurelia's there, Sejuani's there. Like the Raptor camp ward is a ward that you guys need to be looking for more. That's a word you guys like almost never put down that I really like having. It's just this Raptor camp ward when you're going to siege a mid lane tower. That helps out like almost every single game.
Try your best to, when you're playing, like, I don't know what roles you guys like playing in terms. I know what you guys are doing in the team. But in a situation like in mid, right, where Sejuani will gank you guys, like as a jungle closer, you gotta think to yourself, how would I gank the situation? And you probably should imagine doing the exact same thing. Because there's really only so many ways a team can gank you. You know what I mean? So, like if you try to think of what you think the most optimal way is to be ganked, that's more than likely what they're probably thinking too.
Recognizing every single one of these people, this Aurelia right here, this Varus right here, they're all thinking the same shit you guys are. and remembering that they're people and they will fuck up, but they generally kind of are trying to outthink you guys.
League of Legends has gotten to a point where it's not so much like outplaying. I mean, it is, but like it's
Yeah,
more so,
generally, like, it's pretty much solved. There's not,
yeah,
it's not
it's
too
like
complex.
who fucks up more? Who fucks up more, and how do we capitalize on it?
Yeah.
So like your whole job is to try and fuck up as little as you can and catch them in that ward. Like if you put a ward in that radiant, right, you're gonna see that Z1 is going, which is like I mean that's not a fuck up on their part for her doing that. The fuck up was not warding it. But if she isn't doing that, then you guys know you're okay to keep pushing, which that is their fuck up. It's just kind of a game of back and forth of doing that, trying to figure out what everyone's doing. I'm only gold 4 right now, so I'm not doing a very good job of that. This is all like, again, like in hindsight.
Hey, you got really shitty placement though.
At the same time, I just go ahead and say that some games you're just gonna get blasted like that, and it's mostly just attributed to they know more than you do, and they were able to take advantage of that.
With the wards, this might be too programmed, but if I had spots on the map that I was assigned to be responsible for vision of, I think I would ward better because I would know just what was expected of me
Alright.
for the team.
You ready? Here's your assigned vision role. You ready?
Yeah.
This lane, this lane, this lane, and all the stuff in
Okay.
between.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was helpful.
Happy to help.
So I don't know about the warding when it comes to top. You guys are blue side right now?
Yeah, now we're blue side. We've finally been blue side.
Rule of thumb, really, unless they're cheesing you, you really don't need a ward until after the second wave of minions is pushing. That's typically about the time where the jungler will come and actually gank you initially. At that point in time, it's really up to you, depending on who their jungler is, where you want to actually go. So in this case, it's Cho'Gath, right? He really doesn't have any way to jump over a wall or get over a wall, besides actually flashing over it. Which if he does that, that's gonna be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It'd be hilarious, honestly. I'd giggle.
But so for you, in this first ward, what's gonna give you the most time to get out of a situation? You're playing Nasus against Sion, right? So this is gonna be a giant slap fest going on for the first like 5 minutes of the game. So the first ward you're gonna want to put down after the second wave of minions is gonna be that triangle, because that's where Cho'Gath is going to come from, unless he's coming from lane. But usually if he's pathing from red, he's really not going to go around the bottom side of Baron Pit and then come up river again. He's going to go straight through that tri-bush. If he's not going straight through the tri-bush, he's going close to it and then going up and trying to go in from the bushes at top. So that's going to give you the best amount of time. The best thing I can tell you when it comes to boarding, at least for the early game at the top, is going to be like, think of it as like in football, like zone control. Your whole area of like, this whole middle section where the river meets your lane is going to be where you're going to want to ward, and that's really going to depend on who's on the enemy team. Like Twisted Fate, it's really not going to matter where you ward against him specifically, because he's just going to ult and try to go wherever he can. The person you got to worry about is Cho'Gath, and that is going to be his path. And the ward you put down there, the more like he does that and it doesn't work, the less he's going to gank your lane, unless for some reason he just really fucking needs it.
Alright. And Luke, we talked about this, but I'll rewind so you can watch this again. You're about to hit level 2 right here. You hit level 2. And you forget that number 1, when you Q him, you draw aggro. When you auto him, you draw aggro. Auto him again, you still have minion aggro. You take almost 300 damage only from minions. Half your health literally only came from the minion damage. And that's why you had to blow a potion so early. And that's why you essentially lost your lane pressure early, because you kind of baited yourself. You hit by the TF card, but it only did like 60 damage.
Minion aggro, you got a cannon hitting you like twice right there.
Because you WQ'd him. So
Why the fuck does this TF keep grabbing blue cards when we're fighting?
yeah. Now immediately see you draw minion aggro again. They're attacking you again. So this is good because you're fighting, but now you're out of mana. and he has a gold card.
Rip.
He flashes, they're doing their thing, and you make it out, and you have to back. Just go to your tier 2 and back. You don't have to be here. Why didn't you back? If Cho'Gath had landed that, you would have been fucked. Now he sat there and took minion aggro, but okay. Now take a look at the status of this wave. I'm starting to remember how this goes. He has the push. Just don't even bother poking him anymore. You're not gonna do anything anymore. Just don't even bother poking him. Don't go for this gank. Low health, low mana. Don't go for like this is so greedy.
Perspective, like from the jungler's perspective, right? So TF at this point could 1v1 either of you guys. The only chance you guys had if you 1v1 him. But you gotta remember, Cho'Gath was just in mid like 5 seconds ago. Even if Cho'Gath isn't leaving, he can come right back up.
And all he has to do is land literally one Q or a silence. Like he doesn't need anything crazy. If he silences you, you guys aren't gonna do anything about it.
Or TF just point and click the gold card and sets him up to do whatever he wants to.
So right now, here comes the, like, honestly, he should have just drew red card and then, you know, forced him out.
Why is this man not gold carding?
I have no
He has
idea.
no mana. He has no mana right now. That would be why.
He
But
did for that first poke though when she was pushing up in your wave.
Yeah.
His wave.
When he did have mana, he was still drawing blue cards.
But even if he didn't kill, like, there's no way. I mean, at this point, really, as there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But even at this point in time, like, it takes less. If it takes more health of like Azir's to give him for him to go back, like just gold card Q, put it in a position where if I auto attack you twice, you're dead. So that way, why you stay? Because now he put himself in a position where he can't even stay, and he's gonna start pushing back towards him.
And now once again, you're still out of mana. You still have no health. And TF is missing. He definitely backed. And he has Spellbook. He's not able to use it because he had Ignite and he swapped it, but you know, options. And you finally back. So you okay. So mid lane you overstayed for like 3 minutes. This is a good gank. You flash. You grab the stun. He flashes. You guys both stand in the stun. Sejuani's out of mana.
and Nasus goes back to stacking.
Do you mind if rewind that really quick again and slow it down for the gank?
Yeah.
I think with the champion you guys are playing, this is actually killable even if you guys flash.
Yeah, it is.
So first things first, right? It's not warded, so he doesn't know. So W or the Wither should have gone off immediately. Sejuani, after that W goes off, Sejuani should not Q here. Because after the Q, that's your gap close, so he's just gonna flash out of it. So you guys really went 1-for-1 in some Wither spells, which means you really didn't get anything out of the fight. It went even. A situation where you guys were ganking and being really aggressive. If the Wither went off first, and Sejuani, instead of going straight towards something, even though the Wither didn't go off immediately, right? If you don't mind rewinding it again.
Yeah.
Like so when Sejuani's approaching the lane. So you see how she's like you see Sion's running over.
There we go.
When this like gank initiates, she needs to go more to the right, kind of take an angle. She's doing it at first, and then she just Qs into her. If she keeps going to the right and lands like Sejuani's passive, where she has like 18 slows, he's going to have to flash before she Qs, and then after that you can Q into him and stun him in place. Like you guys are doing a shit ton of damage to him already before he flashes. And then if you are able to finish that gap closer and slow him again or knock him up to give Nasus that chance to get up to him again, you guys could probably kill him.
This absolutely should have worked. And if you guys did it right, it would have. But yeah.
I'm gonna be 100%. I think that's more the jungler's error than the Nasus error because a Wither did eventually go off on Sion, and that's
Yeah.
about the most that Nasus can do to set up a gank. But I think too many abilities were wasted initially that didn't need to be.
The Wither didn't go off until after the Q went out, the stun went out, and then once Spearfire goes out, then he uses the Wither.
The reason I flashed when I did was because he was out of my Wither range. I was pounding it, and it wasn't working, so I flashed so I could cast it.
Like,
What's your
think
Wither
of it this way, right? So I think and Scion's flash is burning. So, in this scenario, if you think you have to flash to wither somebody, like wither isn't a super hard CC level 1 or 2. It's just like it's a mild slow. If you go and you make him, so at this point, like we can basically, before that flash goes off, we can almost guarantee Scion's going to have to flash to kill us. So in that situation where you guys aren't sure if you can kill him anymore, just let him flash away and you guys get something out of it.
That makes sense. I definitely thought we would kill him, so I just didn't have a good calculation of whether we would be successful or not.
Right here is when you should be moving up to get ready to wither him. Like, you can wither him right now. Just walk up there and wither. Because Sejuani's here. She's here already.
I hear people on videos always complain that noobs will telegraph that a gank is coming by getting aggressive.
Yeah.
So I try and do the opposite and sort of like,
Yeah.
be sneaky.
But at the same time, there's a call for subtlety, and there's a call for it doesn't matter if he knows it's coming or not because they're already here.
Yeah.
The biggest thing too is like, so I get what you're saying about the subtlety, right? But Sejuani was close enough where even if you start going a little bit aggressive, like if you rewind it back again,
Yeah.
To where that fight's initially starting, I think Scion just like walks into your wither range as Sejuani's about to enter that bush.
It's like right here. See?
So you're farming, he's being way too aggressive, he has no reason to push up that far, that's his mistake. So like
Now he's in wither range,
about, like,
right here.
Here, he walks up to you as Sejuani's entering the bush. You don't even have to gap close or play it less subtly, he's doing it for you. Which in this
Wither is
situation,
that's right there.
yeah, I think he gets even closer to you, honestly. I think
Yeah.
he gets really close to you almost immediately.
Yeah.
So I need, I need better mini-map awareness because I may not have been aware that Sejuani was, coming.
It also looks like a ping didn't go out until Sejuani had gone past the bush, which,
Yeah.
granted, that's both people's fault. He really should have been, because you guys recall, right?
Yeah, we were.
The first thing I would do if I'm ganking is be like, hey, let Scion keep pushing you, I'm ganking right now. And then I ping, and then I tell you I'm going in. I tell you to wither him. I would tell you to do the things I think you need to do for the gank.
Sure.
It just kind of seems like one ping went out as he's already going past, as Scion already notices the gank is happening.
Right.
Again, you are responsible for looking at the minimap, but as a jungler who's playing at a team game with you that you guys are all in call, he's also responsible for telling you what he's thinking.
Sure, that makes sense.
Okay. Now we're gonna check out the inting bot lane. You guys ready?
This inting Caitlyn. Oh my god. Oh.
So, right here, this Caitlyn's playing like a monkey. Lulu does damage, and I hope you guys know that. Like, she ain't no punk. The reason Leona's good is because she can stop you guys from getting away.
Yeah.
Sure, she has a bunch of bursts, but it's mostly tied to the fact she gets tanky afterwards and you just can't kill her.
I don't understand why Caitlyn isn't pressuring the lane hard enough.
Yeah. And when she's not doing that, just go over there and smack her. Like, realistically, what's she gonna do about it? Alright. So we burned a bunch of shit here. But in general, like, you guys were fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to head off.
Alright. Catch you later, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, man, at any time. Also, I'm sorry, man, I never actually caught your name. Just like top lane.
Kevin.
Kevin, if you just message me on Discord, because I know, if I caught this right, you're just learning top lane for the VoD right now.
Yeah, I just started. I'd never played top lane before the preseason.
Yeah, like if you want to, like have me, just like we can go into a custom or play some more or whatever, and you want me to give you like some tips and stuff like that about top lane, I'd be more than happy to.
Oh, thanks. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Just like message me on Discord, add me on Discord. I'm in the VU chat as well, so like add me like on that Discord. Yeah, man, I'm happy to.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's already got a guy helping him learn the ins and outs of 1v1ing his lane opponent.
Yeah.
He just needs the connection between lane
It's
and
like
mid
wave
game.
control, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I mean, again, like my specialty is to connect against other people, but I still know a lot of other champions in matchups. So
And another thing is how to teleport.
yeah, definitely. I mean, that takes a long time. That's basically.
Oh yeah.
Well, yesterday we went over not having the screen locked and that you can
Yeah.
teleport by hovering stuff on the map, the mini map. So we're starting.
Now it's just
Yeah,
just do it. If it doesn't work out, oh well.
we'll figure it out later.
Just that one last tip. The best lane to gank with a teleport gank as a top laner is bot lane. So if you do want to do that, let's say their bot lane is pushing up, or you notice that their bot lane is aggressive and pushing into the tower constantly, tell your bot lane to put a ward into the second bush that's farthest away from you, giving you the most space to actually TP it and then push up again.
This one right here.
Try to sync it up with your jungler. If the jungler is ganking, right, and they're pushed up against like your team's tower, and you teleport into that bush that has a ward, the first thing they're gonna do, let's say they're dumb and don't notice, you probably just kill them anyways. But let's say they do notice, because teleport makes an animation even if it's in the bush position. They're gonna run up. So if your jungler is running down as you're running up, it's basically guaranteed to kill somebody.
Right.
All right, Deft.
But on that note, I have to go. Thanks everybody.
Let's have a little chat, bud.
What did I
Your
do?
your jungler is in this bush. It's not warded, and we know it's not warded because we've been in this bush before, and they died and ran away the last time anyone was in there, and it wasn't warded the first time. It's not going to be warded the second time, especially when we have vision of that bush the entire time. The wave is pushing into you. She will move up. You auto, she's last hitting, it's still shoving into you. Still shoving into you, and then you reset it. Don't reset it. Just let them come after and come get it.
But I wanted the CS.
Yeah, you get the CS while Sejuani's going in. Because now Derek had to leave. And you weren't able to get this gank off. When they definitely weren't ready for it, and before they were level 6. And I'm pretty sure you guys get a kill here. Yeah. Who else is still on the call right now?
I'm still here.
Just Stargazer and me.
Really? Jamie leave too?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn.
Yeah, everybody left.
It's just the diehards now, baby.
Oh baby. Alright. So now you guys are shoving in. You land the zap. You come back with BF and boots. She comes back with BF and boots, but she doesn't have a stopwatch anymore. You can just run in there and kill them. Like literally, like see, you can just kill them now. They can't fight you anymore. They don't have damage. Lulu has damage. She does not. Also, don't go coin on Lulu. Please, for the love of God, just go spell thieves. Like, you're there for
I
the
actually got-
damage. You're not there for the bullshit
Okay, I
gold
got tilted
collection.
at this, Caitlyn. Look, like, what are you fucking doing, Caitlyn? Just-
Yeah, I have no idea what she was standing so far forward with no health. You get this, right? No, you don't. Useless. Ugh, fucking benched.
God damn it!
Gosh darn it. Alright, here comes the TP. Now, to be fair, we know this is happening because you can always see TP's signals, but, you know, we don't exactly know this is happening because nobody was paying attention to that spot on the map. Like, it'll show out of vision, but it won't show on the mini-map that they're teleporting there if you don't have vision of the spot they're teleporting. So now, bot lane, Jinx is fed. She's coming back with a Zeal. Caitlyn's coming back with Greaves. At this point, you know Caitlyn is going to do no damage now. She's 0-2. She had to rush
Just-
boots after BF. Just fucking run her down. Yeah, what's she going to do about it? She just has to pray to God Leona saves her, because she's not going to be able to turn it around. That's not how Caitlyn works. Right now, she's going to be shit until she gets 3 items, and you've guaranteed you get 20 minutes to win this game before Caitlyn starts doing stuff. Like, you just bought yourself a free 20 minutes with that first 2 kills. And so Jinx can just do her thing. She hits her power spike earlier, it's better, it's stronger, and you've guaranteed that you're going to get it first. Doing your thing, clearing the wave. It's all about how you set things up. And you don't set up help very well. Like, this is bad. Like, he can't set up mid lane because he's behind, and you should be calling your jungler saying, hey, we're fed as hell bot, come get a free tower, or come get a free dragon, or come get free kills. And Derek's thirsty, he'll do it. If you tell Derek he's gonna get a bunch of free shit, he'll come do it.
True.
It's just, yeah. And hi Derek, I know you're gonna be watching this later. Looking forward to it. Love you, babe. Getting ready to fight here. At this point, Seiko, you can move forward and just start whacking him. If Leona comes in, just polymorph her. And then kill Caitlyn. Because it doesn't matter if she fights you at this point, you've guaranteed the victory already, just because of your item advantage. Caitlyn misses her net, so you can just move up. You have like 15 seconds.
I got a lucky crit there. 20%
And
crit chance.
this is warded. Cho'Gath isn't a wall jumper.
I mean, he could take the blast one, which is what I was worried about.
Yeah, so you move up, you rocket it, or Lulu hits it and wards over the wall to get it. And you see him mid lane. And he's coming towards bot, but at this point, you still don't care. It doesn't matter if he shows up bot. You're fed, Leona's not going to do any damage, and Caitlyn's behind. It's all about how ballsy you are, really. When you get a lead on this, like this, on the better hyper carry.
Caitlyn isn't a hyper carry at all, is she?
If she gets 6 items, she's a strong late game carry. But she needs the 6 items.
Yeah, but even on 6 items, I'd much rather have a Jinx Tristana on
Yes.
Twitch.
Yeah.
She's not bad, but she's not like...
Like, let me put it this way: if you're against like a Varus or Ezreal,
Yeah,
or
she's a
something,
late
then
game carry, but not a hyper carry.
for Ezreal, you'll win a late game fight with Caitlyn. But if you're against Twitch or Jinx, there's no way in hell. And yeah, I just got fucking greedy. Here.
Get ready, I'm gonna flame the fuck out of you. you're getting collapsed on. You're getting collapsed on. Here's the Cho'Gath. You get knocked up. This is fine. You're doing fine so far. You get silenced. You get rooted because she trapped ahead of you and you couldn't see it. You flash. You get queued. You're autoing. You ulti. You get good damage out.
That was a
He misses.
fucking ult, dude.
Yeah. It wasn't like the worst ult, but it wasn't a good one. You do your thing. Just back off here. Yeah, because that's going to happen. The only thing they can do is CC you. The only thing they have is CC, and Cho'Gath his ult. Don't forget Cho'Gath ult. That's still a thing. So that's all that happens there. So you can call your mid laner, you can call your jungler, you can tell them you can get a bunch of free shit and kill the fuck out of them if you get the chance. Like, that's all entirely possible.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is if I ever get a lead in my lane, just call for extra resources to shove the lead down their throats?
Yes. And if everyone else gets a lead in their lane and is calling for resources, great, who gives a shit? You've already won the game. Because realistically, like, bot lane's the one that snowballs. You're the lane that's going to win the game. Sometimes you won't do anything because you just never hit your power spike because nothing happens in the lane for 20 minutes. But usually, something happens. Like, the 20-minute lane phase games just don't happen anymore. They happen like once in every like 300 games. I can actually count them on one hand. The last time I remember them. Yeah, just minigun right here. You don't need a rocket. You don't need to be afraid. You still have an item advantage. She hasn't backed yet. I don't care that you missed that ulti. Oh, no, you get it.
I got it. Yeah, I got him.
Wait, why the fuck did I speed it up? I meant to backspace. Here it is, right here. Oh, you got lucky.
Nice.
Wow. Alright, here's Azir. 10 years late to the party.
Yeah, Uncle is here, boys.
I mean, to be fair, he's not gonna keep up with TF.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect him to. Okay. You're level 10. Lulu's level 8. You have the level advantage. They're both level 9, but I mean, who gives a shit you're level 10? Just run them down. Run them down. Don't be a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Just start
The only
autoing them.
thing here-
Don't rocket these minions. Just minigun them and just fucking rocket the
thing
players.
Here is, I was like, I don't have my ult and I have a shit ton of gold in my pocket. I just want to go buy.
How much gold do you have at this point? Yeah, 1,600. See? And you win this trade. That's a win for you because Caitlyn didn't get that kill. Now she's 0-3.
Also, Lulu got the kill instead of me.
Yes. So now Lulu's gonna have more damage. She's gonna have her sensor now on this back, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she gets sensor on this back. If she backs at all. Seiko? 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 Seiko?
I end up going top lane.
Seiko? Seiko? Okay, bud. Thanks. Number 1, don't lane swap this. Nasus is winning. Jinx is
The
winning.
lane swap was my fault. I walked down
Yeah.
there.
Well,
because I had
it's fine if
power.
you want to walk down here and do a fight. You don't have to fully commit to a full swap. And honestly,
Yeah,
Nasus is not a good 1v2 champion. Like, the 1v2 champions that are decent are like Rumble,
Maokai,
Maokai.
low econ.
Yeah, the ones that they're just not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was a disaster. They got our tower instead of our getting theirs. It was just bad.
Well, and honestly, it doesn't even matter because you guys should get this right here. Yeah. You guys can just force that tower and fight their ass. And you do, but nobody follows up to help Derek? Is that what happens there? Is that what happens there? Okay. Just start, wait for the thing. Boom. Okay. Now just auto it. You don't need to worry about Cho'Gath. You're Jinx and you still have Lulu ult. He will not one-hit you with his ulti. He has to land the knockup first. And you have flash, so you do not need to worry about no stupid Cho'Gath. TF is tanky as fuck, holy shit. Okay, at this point, you want to put your traps here, aim them diagonally if they're going to siege this. They don't. They go to Baron, right? Yeah. This is several minutes of losing, isn't it? Yeah. You guys have to contest this. Have to contest this. You gotta throw your chompers. You gotta throw your chompers.
I don't think I had mana.
Yeah, you did because you used your rocket.
Rocket costs 20 mana and chompers cost like 80.
You want to do this? I'll fuck you, kid. You ready? 70 mana. You used a zap. You have enough for chompers right here. 77, 78, 80 mana, 83 mana. Now you don't. There you go. You had mana for it twice. Didn't use it either time. There's the Sejuani stun. They don't make it there in time, I guess. Here's a Cho eat, yeah. He forgets Cho has eat. You guys try to clean it up. I don't think you get anything here. Pretty sure you don't get anything. Yeah, you don't get anything.
Overall, could I have waited for the other guys to get there?
Yeah, you don't have to
Okay.
win the Baron. If you just kill them all at the Baron, that's fine. You don't have to like
Kinda-
get some sick
what-
penta.
My goal there was just kind of poke my head in, drop a ward, and then
No, you don't even need the ward. You just gotta wait for Lulu. As long as Lulu's there, you win. If Lulu's not there, you lose. Okay, Azir, you can just kill them here. You don't need to. Yeah, dead.
fucking dead.
Alright, so now Jinx is 3 and 3, and she almost has Infinity Edge. And please, for the love of God, start trying to dodge these. Scion misses you with his thing. Azir should have used his ulti to stop the Scion ult. He instead runs around the corner and uses it after it finishes, which is completely worthless. That's why I picked Azir, is when he ultis, just toss the wall up and it'll cancel the dash thing. The coward run. At this point, like, you guys just consistently throw for like 6 minutes, and then you realize, oh fuck, we can win the game.
Basically, all the issues with our team stem around not snowballing leads hard enough.
And at the same time, the vision you guys control is never deep, and when it is, it's not doing anything because you're throwing all the time. These are all Seiko's wards. Seiko, Seiko, Seiko. Like, literally all three of these. Who else has wards? Oh, this is also Seiko's ward. Okay. One ward, you know whose that is? That's Derek's. I don't know whose this is. And this is Llama's. So at this point, Seiko has 100% of all our vision across the map, outside of like one dragon pit ward. We steal the dragon, which is fine. Yay, we stole the dragon. But now we need to get kills. We need to fight this now. It's the only way we make something happen. So we kill one, we kill two. So what do we do? What do we do with this? Since they still have Baron, or they should still have Baron. Yeah. Yeah, mid T2. It's super low. You guys can just shove this in. You have Jinx wave clear. You don't need to win the fight. You just need to get them off the tower. Okay. Just auto this with your rockets from max range. And then leave. Derek does not need to go in on this. At all. This is completely unnecessary. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Azir passive went up. Just leave.
Yeah, we ended up making the call to continue sieging.
If you're going to do that, have Nasus TP. Like, immediately call Nasus. Like, you're not going to get anything, and they're able to dive you. They have triple tank. They can dive you, and that's what happens. They don't give a fuck about this tower.
Was to wait under the Azir tower and then we got a late TP.
Yeah. See, but they really just do not care about this tower. None of their tanks even died. I'm pretty sure they just CC you to death.
In my opinion, this is the backbreaking fight of the game.
Yeah, like, this is what stalls the game out for like a bajillion years. They win the fight because, number one, you overstay. Number two, you don't TP early or ask for it early if you're going to be sieging like that. Number three, they don't care about the tower. They're triple tank. Triple tank comps do not care. They will dive you. That's the whole point. If they have 3 tanks, they will do it. If they don't have 3 tanks, they won't. So when you're doing a siege comp, or when you're trying to siege against a team, do a quick champion check. Hit tab, see what they got. If they have 3 tanks, get ready to fight, because they don't care about the tower. Like, guaranteed. They do not give a shit. They're gonna get this inhibitor here. It's free, because you guys didn't have the minion wave. See, they just tank this tower. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Watch this. Leona walks into tower range at full. They tank it the entire way. She never runs out of tower range. Not one time. They do not care. And that's something you guys got to keep in mind. They do not give a shit. Wow, lucky Leona. Alright, just run it down bot now. This is open. You have the minion wave, and TF went that way. So you can just chase TF and force his ulti out. Or his TP or something. You don't even need to defend this anymore. You already reset the wave when you were chasing them. This is dead, by the way. Like, this isn't here anymore. You guys just realized that he's down here? No, they're telling TF to leave. TF is TPing for absolutely no reason. But he doesn't know that, I guess. No, he doesn't. We have really good defensive vision. Like, look, pink, pink, ward here, ward here. Like, we have good, like, our jungle vision. We have, like, terrible their jungle vision, unless Seiko's doing it. You guys rely so much on Seiko carrying your ass vision-wise. Okay. So now Caitlyn's caught up. She's a zeal up on you, because she's been picking up kills, finally.
Can you check the gold at this point? I think I had enough.
Yeah,
to
you
buy
have,
the
like,
zeal.
2,000 to have zeal. But you haven't backed, so that's still basically 0 gold. We don't care if you don't have it. I did my homework, but you left it at home. Yeah, just auto him. It's fine. Just now you're dead. See, took him to church. How much does that do? Yeah, 1,200 damage. How much health does Jinx have? Let's do a quick double take here. 1,300. He can literally almost one hit you, and now you're dead. One auto attack. Yeah, one auto attack from any champion, and feast from him because he has 8 stacks, and you're dead. And he can go up for 4 more. He can still make it to 12 without killing another champion. Sheesh. TF's just splitting because that's what TF does. And he has Righteous Glory, so he's just gonna run you guys down too. Kill TF, good job. We just keep hemorrhaging turrets and pressure and gold. And that's what happens for several minutes, is we just keep absolutely hemorrhaging this. We run them down, but it doesn't matter, they get away. They take the top one, they just back out. You guys go to defend, you go to clear. You gotta clear some more. They're going to Baron.
I didn't know they were this far ahead on gold when we were playing the game. I thought we were in a better spot than this.
And honestly, you guys, like, realistically, you're not too far off. The problem is you need either the Baron or the Dragon to do it. And when I say Dragon, I mean Elder Dragon. A regular Dragon won't do anything, but you guys do have an Infernal, so if you get the Elder Infernal buff, you're able to fight. Azir has to run away, Jinx gets knocked up. Azir wall doesn't hit anybody, so it doesn't matter. You guys flank from the other side and kill Caitlyn. Do you just, like, bop her one time? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I can pretty much one-shot squish you. I was
You had
really
426 stacks?
Yeah, if we did this differently, I mean, I could have really
Bop.
carried shit.
Okay, yeah, you did let's take a peek here. 170, 270, 370 plus you did 800 damage about to Cho'Gath right there with 1 Q.
Yeah.
And TF's backdooring the base, but you guys have to get this Baron. If you don't get this Baron, you lose. Very close, but I mean Derek's pretty good smite. So now you guys absolutely have to back. Both the Nexus towers are dead. They're chasing you, so you can't. Azir makes it back in time. He gets stunned. Nasus makes it back. He withers him, and then just, you know, boop. Like, that's pretty much it. Now Jinx has walked back far enough that she can just clear the wave. So at this point, you guys have Baron. You're down 2 inhibitors. You've already stalled out the game with the Baron buff to the point where you guys can come back. This is now a winnable game. Because the closer you get to, like, 65,000 gold, 70,000 gold per team, is the closer you get to gold not mattering.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Our champions also still better gold than theirs. Like,
Yes.
Caitlyn late game can't do shit to Azir Jinx.
Yeah, Azir Jinx just does more damage, period. Like, they have no, like, they just don't do damage on that team. And they're just trying to out-tank you and pray that Caitlyn can get more auto attacks off than Jinx can get rockets off.
Yeah, and I mean, Nasus scales infinitely as the game goes on.
Yeah, so you can just run Caitlyn down and force her out of the fight and just not care about Twisted Fate.
Their late game is also very reliant on Caitlyn getting, like,
Do you get this?
No. It was really early. We had no vision, so...
Yeah.
There was
Okay.
Are they on Dragon?
Yeah, they're on Dragon right now. So right here, you guys have Baron. You have it on almost everybody, I believe, or you do have it on. Yeah, everybody but Derek. Yeah, everybody but Derek. So all you have to do is just sit in your base, and when they try to end the game, kill them, and just keep doing that for like 20 more minutes.
What 50 fucking minutes, Jesus.
Seriously, like this is a 50-minute game if you're gonna win it at all. Like, and it's basically just turtling as long as you possibly can, so TF can't backdoor with his ulti. And I'll give you a hint about what happens later. So you guys are running up, doing your thing. Cho'Gath has Spellbook. You guys know he has Spellbook. It's in the tab menu. Every time you look at the scoreboard, you know he has Spellbook. Right, you guys are doing your thing. They're taking this inhibitor. Now you guys fight. This is the time. Nasus, do your thing. Jinx just gets the free hit. Sejuani shows up and gets a stun on Cho'Gath. Leona dies. As soon as Leona's dead, they have no more CC. You kill Twisted Fate. You can just literally run Caitlyn down. Like, you do not... do you see... Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Caitlyn who? I don't remember Caitlyn in this game.
She might escape. No, she didn't.
No.
Plus 6.
Absolutely free. All you guys have to do now, wait for your inhibitors to spawn and sit in base. You don't need to go for the crazy, oh shit, we have so much time, just go for the crazy inhib call. No, just don't.
We get it.
Don't
We get the
bother.
Really, the inhib seemed like the right move. No.
No, just wait it out. Like, this is fine. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. And as long as you guys get out, it's fine. So you back, you make it in time to save your inhibitor that just comes back up. Derek's still pushing. So in the end, you guys are behind. You're still behind right here. You're still behind a lot right here. You've popped Caitlyn's Guardian Angel, but she's almost full build. Jinx is almost a full item behind. Yeah.
The gold is actually remarkably close. The team gold.
Yeah.
Only 300 gold behind you.
So overall, at this stage of the game, let's take a look at our favorite player. You have almost 500 stacks on your queue.
Yeah.
Just sit in base. They have to go through you to end it, so just kill them when they try. You have several minutes. You have roughly 3 minutes until Baron spawns again. You have several more before... Man, there we go. Several more before Dragon spawns. Like, because it's an Elder one, this one. At least it should be. Yeah, it is. So you have, like, probably 3 more minutes on Dragon. Yeah, there we go. Pings right here. 3 minutes on Dragon and 3 minutes on Baron. Ooh, I'm fucking good at this game. So you guys have 3 minutes before you have to show up to anything. Anything. And they're gonna try to end the game. Just chill. Just wait. And just fight them in the base again.
So where's the losing?
Okay.
Right here.
This right here loses the game. Where's Twisted Fate, guys?
Bottom one.
Where's Cho'Gath, guys?
Don't know.
Who
backed a little bit.
has Spellbook, guys? Who now has Teleport, guys?
Mhm.
This guy right here has Teleport.
Oh, so TF is gonna put down a ward.
He has Teleport and ulti, and this is pushing into you, and you saw him pushing this wave. Where's Leona? Here's Leona walking by the ward and dropping wards in the base. Alright. So it doesn't matter if Scion is whatever right here. Let's just watch the game. Azir shows up. He just ultis the whole way back.
Feels bad.
Yeah. Wow. It's almost like if they have a global ultimate that's famous for backdooring, you should be aware of it. There's nothing more iconic than TF backdooring, other than XPEC Cassidy backdoor. Like, oy vey. So yeah, that pretty much sums up that game. Is you guys played yourselves at the very end. You got cocky after you won a team fight and took the inhib. You're like, oh man, now we can end the game. Instead of going like, oh, they can still end the game. They're still in this too. They have just as much gold as we do. So, you guys were close, but you guys needed like stall for like at least 3 more minutes. And then ward the shit out of your jungle. And get pink wards at the edge of your base. Not pink wards in your jungle, pink wards at the edge of your base, because that's the only thing that stops them from just invading and ending.
Yeah.
And honestly, that should be the first thing you guys think of in general when you're defending a base and you're worried about a backdoor. Like if you have to go fight anything, or if you have to go contest a Baron or a Dragon at this stage of the game where you're like more than 30 minutes in, and you have a tower in your base down, drop a pink ward where the tower should be. And then you'll know if they'll be there. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Do we have any more questions?
What what are you thinking from a team perspective? Like, are we going to keep sort of the same strats, or are we going to change strats? Like, what's next? Do you think?
My plan now is stick to somewhat the initial plan, but do it a little bit differently. We're going to be changing your role from splitting and waiting for the TP call and sitting in the side wave for a really long time and just looking for the constant push, and change that to push it past river and come group, and then try to have a team fight before the wave gets back to your tower. And you pay more attention to where's the side wave, and you're in charge of one particular side wave. And you'll know when you get in the game. The answer is the opposite of wherever the jungle objective is. If it's Baron, you should be bot. If it's Dragon, you should be top.
And then someone else will be responsible for the other side.
Yeah. And then if you're looking for TPs, if you're not looking for TPs, if you're looking for like the short-term groups, they push mid lane, you push the closest to the objective. So if the objective's Dragon or Baron, you're on bot side for Dragon and top side for Baron. So the whole call is, do you have TP, yes or no? And are we looking to Dragon or Baron, like, soon, yes or no? So if we have TP, go to the far lane. If we don't have TP, go to the close lane. And all you do, you just kill all the minions till river. And then after you clear whatever the wave is in the middle of the map, like that we showed the whole time, is just straight down river, draw an arrow diagonally across the map, and that's where you do your thing. That's the line. It's the river. The river is the line. That's the middle of the lane. That's all you have to do. After you kill it, just go group, and then see if you can make something happen. Force the fight.
But otherwise, we're gonna stay playing the same. It sounds like.
Roughly. The other thing is we're gonna be working on getting better deep jungle vision, because it was bad all 3 games. It was better in the 3rd one, but that's mostly just because Seiko kind of gave up trying to defend ward. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna get wards. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be changing our bot lane plan. We're playing more hypercarry bot laners, and I don't think that's what we need to do right now. I think what we need to win games is having mid-game focused AD carries like Varus and Ezreal, and just trying to get them to get our mid laner to late game. And we're going to put our mid laner on like Victor, Azir, insert hyper carry here.
What about Soul?
I like Soul. I like Soul a lot, but until you guys figure out how to set up a gank correctly, we're not going to play Aurelion Soul.
Actually, I think something we could do.
We'll play Twisted Fate still. We'll play Corki still. We'll still have ways to go bot lane and gank you.
But something I think we could do is, instead of setting up for like level 3 and level 4 ganks bottom, the 2v2 lane, so we can set up for a level 6 tower dive bottom.
Those are trickier to set up because no one on the team currently knows how to tower dive correctly.
Watch.
So it's better to try to get the ganks, which are easier to bridge the gap to, than trying to explain turret aggro.
We could probably spend half an hour in a custom and learn it, right? I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, I mean, we could spend time for particular lanes about setting up ganks, just in general. And you would play your champion, you'd play a bad matchup, and we'd have a jungler just gank for you. And that's it. That's literally all it would be. You'd know they were coming bot because or top because it's the only lane that's in the game. Like your lane opponent, and your jungler are the only 3 people in the game. Or if you're bot lane, it's the bot lane, 2-2, and then the jungle. So there's no opponent jungler, there's no other lanes, it's literally just you're setting up for the jungler. And that skill is not something that transitions well. It has a history of not getting picked up quickly. It's one of those ones where I can explain it to you, you can understand it, you can know it, but until like the little light switch gets flipped in your head and it'll just come up, you'll just wake up one day and know how to do it. Until that happens, there's not much you can do about it other than just keep trying it until it happens. It's a frustrating one. Some of them are easier to explain. Like teleport, for example. If you just hover the minimap, hit your teleport button, it'll work. You have to aim a little bit better if you're going to a ward, but if you're just going to a tower, you can just get close enough. But yeah, that's pretty much the shebang, I guess.
Cool.
Derek's pretty much going to still play the same junglers. We're still looking to play like Rek'Sai, Jarvan, Sejuani, Zac. We're looking at Camille, Nidalee, and who was the other one? There was one more.
You had Camille on the top list too. Is the idea there we can pick her early and then make a choice on which lane she's in later?
Yes. Oh, Jax. Jax was the other one. The idea for the pools that you have, Vladimir is a famous flex pick for top and mid, and he's not like great top lane, but the top lane matchup he does really well against is Gangplank, and guess who's meta? Gangplank.
Yeah.
Guess who else Vladimir does well into? Camille. Guess who else? Gnar. Guess who else? Fiora. Guess what the meta is?
Yeah.
Woo! So,
Get back in 1 second if you have anything more to talk.
Vladimir is super good in mid lane right now because he beats a lot of the control mages and he does fine against the mid lane tanks like Galio. He does great against the top lane matchups, and he does a lot of damage right now. And he fits the meta where you want to team fight in the mid game as much as you can. Like, just seriously, like if you guys just go full Chinese and just try to run the other team down, you might be able to win more games. Like just pulling the trigger and figuring out when doesn't work will probably help.
Yeah, I don't own him, but I can make him my next Blue Essence buy when I get the Blue Essence.
Woo. Camille's another one. Camille's really good top, and She's good jungle because she just kind of keeps scaling, and when she gets Trinity Force, she's fucking insane, and her ganks are pretty good. So
I've only played her a couple times, but she felt great. Although you said that she probably wasn't a good pick for me.
yes, she's very difficult to learn. It takes a long time to do it. Her animations are smooth but tricky, and her animation resets are they take a lot of games to practice, and I'm talking like 150, 200 games.
Wow.
Like
wow.
they're not easy. It's auto Q because Q's an auto reset. Yes, it does work on towers. Auto again, Q again, auto again, Tiamat, and you can get all 5 of those in the space it would take 2 auto attacks.
Wow.
So you can get a lot of damage out really fast. But
Yeah.
it's
Talking about Camille.
yeah. So it takes a lot of
Just a note
practice
about
to
her
get
Q.
the combo correctly.
Note about her Q. If you wait a second and a half between the first Q auto and the second Q auto, it deals a shit ton more damage.
So the better combo is when you land your stun, you auto Q, auto Tiamat, and Q auto. Then you're guaranteed the
Auto Q, auto Tiamat, and then auto Q again.
yeah. But usually the stun's up by the time you're getting ready to auto Q again. So I usually panic and just hit Q right away. It's a patience thing. It's a ordering thing. If you're good at memorizing combos and doing them in a set order and just remembering what combos there are, Camille is a champion that really excels at that, and eventually they just become second nature. But in the meantime, like, you can just make a post-it note and put it up on the corner of your screen and just practice it.
Yeah.
Nar's good right now because Gangplank's good mostly, and Gangplank isn't going anywhere. Fiora's good, and she's similar to Camille. She has a lot of those auto resets with her E, where it's auto E, auto E, auto Q, and auto Tiamat. Like, there's a lot of resets there. And she can get them off, but it takes like 3 auto attacks essentially to get the same amount of damage off. Whereas Camille, like, you can get those out in like essentially 2, or what it feels like. So it's like 2 seconds versus 3 seconds.
I see.
But and then Nasus is just he's good.
I posted a video of the Fiora fast combo.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 seems about appropriate.
They're using the Star Guardian music.
Mm-hmm.
The Fiora full combo is actually Q auto E, Tiamat E auto Q. So it's basically the combo, and then or it's basically like, what's it called? It's in 4 words, no matter how you say it. Tiamat E auto Q.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but you don't have to press E the second time.
Yeah. Like, all these carry top laners that are super popular are some of the most mechanically intensive difficult champions to master. Riven,
Like,
Yasuo,
Riven-
Fiora, Camille.
Riven and Yasuo, I'd say, are more mechanical than Fiora and Camille, but Fiora and Camille are still very
Yeah,
mechanical.
because of Fiora and Camille's item build, because they build Tiamat, you have to get good at Tiamat resets, which add to the difficulty. And not a lot of champions build Tiamat, so.
And Palpatine a bunch do.
Yeah, but mostly they build Titanic, and that's not as difficult as Ravenous Hydra. The since it's a bigger AoE, it's a little bit more. Titanic just kind of does its thing. I don't know. It's different. It's weird, and to me at least, it's more difficult to do the Hydra version of Tiamat than the Titanic version of Tiamat. Because usually the champions that build Tiamat are like Shen and Trundle sometimes. And those aren't like super difficult. If you learn how to do the Hydra ones, it'll carry over. But since you don't really need to have that skill on those champions, the tanky ones, it's more essential to do it correctly on the carry ones where you're building Hydra. I think that's what makes it difficult.
I see.
Because if you fuck up your Tiamat on like Camille or Fiora, you just miss out on like 300 or 400 damage.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, when you're trying to burst somebody, especially. And then like Trundle or Shen, like if you miss a Titanic proc and you fuck it up, you're missing like maybe 100. Like they just don't do as much damage. So yeah. Any other questions?
What time tomorrow is the scrim?
Doesn't look like we're gonna have one, honestly.
Rip.
So,
Okay, well, in that case, I'll wrap up the video.
Cool. That was really helpful. Thank you.
And I don't want you guys hearing my embarrassing outro, so here we go. So once again, yeah, I'm FunkMD. That's my account. And yeah, we had Easy Peasy and Jamie in the call helping out. And then Alpaca, Seiko, and Llama were in here for a little bit. So yeah, looking forward to how it goes. In summary, you just gotta go forward and figure it out because it's just kind of all over the place. So I'm not gonna bother trying to wrap it all up. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.